I shouldn't think every day about how to be intimate with Nathan. Right now Nathan should still focus on studying. Then think about other things. I absolutely cannot interfere with his studies. This is something that before confessing, I had already clearly decided. Emma stepped out of the bathroom, went down to the kitchen to wash some fruit for Nathan. Apples and such all peeled clean, cut into small pieces, everything prepared. She carried the fruit tray into the bedroom. The bedroom door was ajar, not closed tight. She pushed the door and entered. Found Nathan half lying against the headboard, holding a book in his hands. Must be studying. The moment Emma entered, Nathan clearly raised the book a bit higher, as if always focused on the book. But even just that small movement was caught by Emma. She pursed her lips, smiling softly, then walked closer. Placed the fruit plate on the bedside table. Is there anything you don't understand? Let me teach you. Emma leaned closer, looking at the book in Nathan's hands. Couldn't help frowning. Your book is upside down. Ah, Nathan, surprised, raising eyebrows, hurriedly flipped the book over, face full of awkwardness. Indeed, he hadn't paid attention to the book at all, but from earlier until now just thinking randomly. When Emma entered the room, all his attention was focused on Emma, even though his eyes weren't looking. In his heart still thinking about her, ears also listening to her every footstep. Now being exposed by Emma, he really felt embarrassed beyond words. Didn't expect, couldn't even pretend properly. Emma showed a hint of worry. She realized Nathan had been affected a lot already. If continuing like this, studying would definitely have problems. She slowly sat down beside Nathan, placed her hand on his hand, softly asked, "Now because of me you have worries, right? What is it? Can you tell me? I don't want to affect your state because of me." She thought probably not just because of. Before she went to shower. Could it affect Nathan this much? Probably not to that extent. Nathan raised his head, looking at Emma, then shook his head. Said, "Don't worry. You won't affect my studies. This is just normal psychology. Ah, it's a physiological phenomenon. I can't control it." Can't control? What does that mean? Emma wondered, but didn't get an immediate answer. Nathan looked straight into Emma's eyes. Don't know why. Mouth though wanting to open, couldn't speak. What should he say? Could he just say it straight? Say straight that in his head now, all thinking about the scene from earlier. After all, he was originally someone who exercised diligently, had been restraining himself for very long. Those things also pushed aside early. In this state, looking at any girl, could find beautiful, let alone his girlfriend being Emma, an absolute beauty. He'd always been restraining himself. But just that one look, almost couldn't hold back anymore. Earlier in the bedroom, he had to struggle hard to maintain composure. Nathan stammered for a long time. Still didn't know how to explain. "Ah, it's just normal. It's fine. Don't ask anymore." Nathan really didn't want to continue. Also hoped Emma wouldn't guess, because if she realized, would be extremely embarrassing. From before until now, he always appeared as if not caring about those matters at all. Now being flustered about this, feeling like his image completely collapsed. Emma frowned, face full of ambiguity. She reached up, rubbing her chin. Started seriously thinking. She knew Nathan didn't plan to explain clearly, so had to guess the meaning herself. She wasn't stupid. Biology class had learned quite a bit. Normally online, or in friends' gossip, had also heard. Got quite a bit of knowledge about this. Very quickly understood. So that's it. Emma lowered her head. Face flushed red. She didn't expect Nathan really had his mood affected. Just because of what happened earlier. In her heart didn't know whether to be happy or to feel troubled. Happy because Nathan noticed like that also meant he really cared about her, right? If had no interest in her, how could be affected? And worried because she didn't know how to handle this. She couldn't always be like this. Mind not at peace. I'm Nathan's girlfriend. Then definitely must help him. Emma hesitated for a long time, stammering, mumbling. Then, as if made up her mind, she gathered all courage, slowly leaning close to Nathan. Head lowered, softly whispered in his ear, "We can." Nathan immediately opened, eyes wide, head tilting back, looking at Emma right before him. face full of surprise, while Emma lowered her head, face red like about to bleed, both cheeks burning hot, breathing also gradually becoming rapid. Wait. Seeing Emma about to unbutton her shirt, Nathan hurriedly grabbed her wrist, stopping her. You're joking, right? Emma shook her head, said, I'm not joking. I'm serious. I think doing this you won't think randomly anymore, right? She understood Nathan's meaning, so thought of this simplest method. After all, she also felt doing this might be better. Otherwise later would always be affected. Chapter 106. When that time comes, completely give yourself to me. Nathan couldn't help swallowing several times. Throat dry. Eyes also starting to fall on Emma's body. No, Nathan hurriedly shook his head. Reached out saying, no. If my mom knew, she'd definitely kill me. Just don't tell Aunt, that's all. Or. Emma tilted her face. Eyes somewhat sadly looking down. Shoulder of shirt already slipped down, revealing a bit of skin. You don't want to be with me? God, I really want to. Nathan suddenly tightly gripped Emma's arm. Eyes burning hot. Emma paused. The sadness in her eyes immediately vanished. She thought because Nathan was hesitating, so didn't want to touch her. Had no interest in her. But looking at Nathan's appearance now, along with the force gripping her hand, completely not liking. Since that's so, then definitely he had his own reasons. So what do you think? Emma softly asked Nathan's thoughts. She just wanted to do something to help Nathan, so in the end still had to listen to Nathan's opinion. Nathan hesitated a bit, looking into Emma's sparkling eyes. The words about to speak, like stuck in his throat. Couldn't say. This is my first time in love. I don't want us to rush to that step. Just to resolve my personal desires. A really ridiculous reason. Because we haven't even kissed yet. Nathan's voice got smaller as he spoke. But no matter how small, still entered Emma's ears right beside, hearing clearly every word, each sentence spoken, each word uttered, all struck hard at Emma's heart. She didn't expect Nathan thought like this. Indeed, until now they still hadn't kissed on the lips. But now wanting to do that really was too sudden. No different from a transaction outside. Completely unlike their precious first love. Initially she felt somewhat disappointed. But after hearing Nathan's reason, didn't feel that way anymore. Because only when truly valuing this relationship would think like that. If earlier Nathan really did it with her, who knows, afterwards feelings might change. Just dating for over a week would definitely lose that sweet innocent flavor. That initial tender feeling. Because already had each other's bodies. What innocence would be left? But Nathan had also said clearly, really wanted to be with her. So, we really can't? Nathan let go of her hand. Softly asked, in your heart, that matter should be after how long together? Emma paused, then answered, if it's Nathan, then any time is fine. No, tell me your true thoughts. How long do you think is reasonable? Probably about a year. Emma thought for a while, then gave this answer. Actually, before she always thought only after marriage. Because she felt before marriage, everything was full of uncertainty. In that uncertain situation, giving away her body, she couldn't accept. But after family tragedy happened, that thought also disappeared. Because she once thought, at that time, just randomly marry someone. Then the initial thought definitely couldn't be kept. Now facing Nathan, she said the time of 1 year. Because didn't want to wait too long. Also didn't want Nathan to wait too long. Okay, then 1 year. By then probably graduated, right? At that time completely give yourself to me. Nathan reached out, gently stroking Emma's face saying. Emma pursed lips, softly nodding. Responding with an then wrapped arms around Nathan's body. She actively offered but was rejected. However, wasn't disappointed at all. On the contrary, now she liked Nathan even more. Liked more than before. Because had underestimated his seriousness about this relationship. As well as Nathan's heart wanting responsibility for her. Indeed, a Nathan like this was the person she loved most. Nathan looked up at the table. Looking at the peeled fruit pieces on the table. Heart secretly thinking, somewhat looking forward to graduation day. Chapter 107. Today just freely enjoy. Emma went into the bathroom. Sound of water from faucet rang out. She washed her hands. The red on her face also faded a lot. Emma lowered her head, looking at her hands. Softly whispering graduate quickly. Walking out then turning off lights. Emma stood at bedroom door. Didn't immediately push door to enter. She stood there for a while. Started thinking after entering. What attitude would Nathan have? Would he go to sleep immediately? Would he be indifferent to her? Because herd boys have something called sage mode. In that state almost invincible. Completely no interest in female beauty. So she. What attitude should she show in response? No matter how Nathan treats her. Her attitude toward him. Would never change. Could only get better. Absolutely couldn't be indifferent to Nathan. Emma softly nodded. Secretly deciding no matter what attitude Nathan had. She absolutely couldn't show sadness or disappointment. Must prepare mentally well. Also consider helping her personality be less weak. That night when Emma pushed door entering. Saw Nathan still sitting against headboard reading. This time book wasn't upside down. Right when Emma saw Nathan. Also realized he was much better than earlier. Earlier was state of soul hanging upside down from tree. Not peaceful. Completely not focused on book. But now. Those emotions had disappeared. This meant she helped Nathan write. Outwardly Nathan looked calm. But actually heart very turbulent. After all just happened something like that. How could stay calm? Just he didn't know. Now how to face Emma. How to behave normally. So now could only pretend calm. Observe a bit more then decide. Emma climbed onto bed. Sat down beside Nathan. Before Nathan could say anything. She placed hand on his leg. Then gently massaged. Nathan's eyes behind the book suddenly opened wide. Face full of surprise. Couldn't believe. Emma still willing to massage for him. What treatment was he getting? Emperor's treatment? Speaking out probably no one would believe. If telling these things to classmates, they'd probably think he was crazy. Emma while massaging, while softly saying, tomorrow's competition must pay attention to safety. Most important is don't get hurt. Emma. She stopped her hands. Raised head looking at Nathan. Saw he'd put down the book. Was staring intently at her. Nathan suddenly sat straight up. Said then at least let me massage you. You rest a bit. Emma slightly stunned. Then smiled. Gently pushed Nathan down again. Come on, today just freely enjoy. Don't argue with me anymore. Nathan continued leaning there, watching Emma seriously massaging for him. Relaxing muscles. Heart though somewhat guilty. But also extremely enjoying this feeling. He picked up the bowl on bedside table. Used toothpick stabbing an apple piece. Fed Emma. Emma smiled softly. She opened mouth taking and eating that apple piece. Two looked at each other smiling. As if in a very harmonious atmosphere. But in their hearts both very clear. Even thinking exactly the same. That was wanting to give the best things to each other. Chapter 108 because it's the first time. So basically not skilled at all. Evening lights off. Two lying on bed habitually hugging each other. Today they hugged even tighter than usual. As if feelings. Warmed unprecedented. In an instant made their feelings. Rise to heights never reached. Nathan could feel Emma's warm breath. Wave after wave blowing on his neck. While he smelled the faint fragrance from Emma's hair. After a while. Nathan softly asked, really like my muscles? You discovered? Emma laughed softly hee-hee. Like a child just exposed. Slightly trembling in Nathan's arms. Not discovering would be difficult. Before when I wasn't awake yet. You are this. Emma buried head in Nathan's chest. Her heart beating faster without saying. Also heard Nathan's heartbeat gradually accelerating. He thought he'd hidden perfectly. Only heaven knew earth knew. Didn't expect Nathan already knew everything. I started working out. Actually because bored finding something to do. Every time playing games until tired. Had to rest. I exercised to pass time. Another reason was. If not persistently training. Would really be surpassed by that Ashley. At that time would be mocked by her. Didn't know trained too much. I thought you wouldn't like this body type. Most people. Don't they all like thin bodies? Who said I exactly like this? Emma while speaking tightly hugged Nathan's body. even though her figure compared to Nathan was much smaller. Really? Really? Corner of Nathan's mouth curved into a smile. He reached out, printed a light kiss on Emma's forehead. Gently kissed once. He remembered last time kissing Emma was when she was sound asleep, secretly stealing a kiss. At that time had no courage. But now he wasn't afraid anymore. That was courage Emma brought him. Then Nathan softly said by her ear good night. Emma slightly stunned. This was Nathan's first time kissing her. This feeling, like warm water flowing into heart, making her feel unprecedented warmth. Emma, not to be outdone, raised head, kissing Nathan's cheek once, responding good night. Two closed eyes together, soon fell into dreams. Since two hugged each other sleeping, their sleep quality both became very good. Emma still remembered over half month ago. Every day she couldn't sleep. Couldn't close eyes at all. Once closing eyes would dream of lost relatives. But now she could sleep very well. In dreams would also meet parents. They like sending dreams to her. Peacefully chatting with her. Accompanying her until dawn. In dreams have parents. Waking up have Nathan. That made her full of hope for life. Felt persisting to live was the most right thing. Early next morning. This time Emma woke up first. She slowly crawled out from Nathan's arms. Left bed preparing to make breakfast. Today was sports day already. Must let Nathan conserve energy. Morning sleeping a bit more, resting a bit more, also good. Making breakfast halfway. Nathan already woke up. Two ate breakfast together. After washing faces started packing things. After preparing went out together. Ready to go to school. They naturally held hands, chatting happily. State compared to before, even much better than yesterday. When arriving at school gate, already saw sports field extremely lively. Some student parents also present to help. Each class's area, all started being carefully decorated. Nathan looked into school, said, remember yesterday Ashley said her dad had day off today. Probably would come. Just disappointed. After all, Ashley also has to perform. Don't know if she's prepared yet. Yesterday during rehearsal she said no need to practice. Just go on stage directly would be fine. She's always like that, probably fine. Right when two were chatting. Behind them suddenly rang a voice. You two not going in? Standing here doing what? Nathan and Emma both startled. Hurriedly turned heads looking back. Result was person standing behind them. Made them frightened once more. Mr. Wong. Person behind them was homeroom teacher. At this time he slightly squinted. Staring at their hands holding together. That still hadn't let go. Chapter 109. Now I have more reason to help him. Good morning, Mr. Wong. Emma said softly, greeting. While Nathan beside was already stunned. The homeroom teacher still staring at their holding hands. Both realizing something wrong looked down at their hands. Next second. Their hands like electrocuted. Immediately let go, pulling back. Nathan clearly showed awkwardness. While Emma lowered her head. Heart pounding like war drums. Not daring to look into homeroom teacher's eyes. Student dating was forbidden. Especially in senior year, most important period. Being caught would definitely be severely punished. They'd only been together 1 week. Yet already caught by homeroom teacher, really terrible. Especially Emma. She clearly knew how much the homeroom teacher cared about her. She was also class president. Yet now daring to break rules. Definitely would disappoint teacher extremely. Mr. Wong stared at Nathan. Eyebrows furrowed tightly. Face not pleasant at all. After a while, teacher stepped forward saying, Nathan. You follow me. Emma, you return to class, organize order. Arrange everything properly. Yes, Emma softly nodded. Immediately agreed. At same time turned looking at Nathan beside. Face clearly showing worry. She didn't understand why. Teacher only called Nathan alone. Could it be because she had special circumstances? So teacher was lenient with her. No matter what, she couldn't disobey teacher. Otherwise would harm Nathan. Now could only silently pray. Pray Nathan wouldn't encounter anything bad. But being called by teacher definitely would be scolded. Then probably asked to break up too. Isn't this teacher's familiar trick? Nathan turned around, preparing to follow Mr. Wong inside. Before leaving, He gently patted Emma's shoulder, like wanting to comfort her, making her somewhat relieved. Nathan followed Mr. Wong into teaching building, to the office. At this time not many teachers in office. Other homeroom teachers. All already went to their classes to organize. In Nathan's heart, being criticized wasn't scary at all. After all, from young until now he was already used to being scolded by teachers. Long immune already. What he feared most was teacher calling parents, then talking about him and Emma dating. Because he still didn't know what attitude his mom would have. So basically didn't dare mention dating. If mom knew what would happen. Currently in his mom's heart, Emma's position also very important. He guessed if really not letting them be together. The reason definitely would be about studying. Moreover, not worrying about his studies, but afraid he'd affect Emma's studies. Her grades so good. If delayed by him, then definitely he'd be scolded terribly. If mom didn't agree them being together, might arrange separate housing for Emma to separate them. So before probing attitude clearly, him and Emma being together, absolutely couldn't let mom know. As for teacher, just need to deal casually. Even if had to promise breaking up. Behind still secretly dating also fine. After all, two still living together. Just need to be discreet at school would be fine. Teacher also couldn't do much. Mr. Wong sat down, put his briefcase down, looking at Nathan before him. Crossed legs asking, "How long have you and Emma been together?" Nathan stood straight. Answered about a week. 1 week. Mr. Wong softly stroked chin. Expression somewhat strange, like thinking about something. Did you pursue her? We pursued each other. No one pursued anyone. Mr. Wang's expression even harder to read. Like thinking forever, still not understanding something. But he also didn't doubt Nathan was lying. After all, he was almost 40. Been teaching over 10 years. Students lying he could still see. Even though Nathan's answer somewhat stammering. But in his eyes, no intention to lie. Mr. Wong glanced at other teachers in office. After making sure no one heard, he lowered voice asking, "Let me ask you, do you know? Emma's family situation is somewhat special." Nathan didn't hesitate, nodding. "Yes teacher, I know. Even before Emma returned to school, I already knew. Teacher, if you care, I can tell you everything. But there's one thing you must promise me. About me and Emma dating. Can't tell my mom." Nathan hurriedly put forward this condition. He still quite trusted his homeroom teacher. Teacher more open than other teachers. At least this condition teacher could probably agree. Indeed, after hearing, Mr. Wong pondered for a while. Then nodded. Said, "Okay, I agree with you, but you must tell me every single word. No hiding anything." Then he pulled over another chair, signaling Nathan to sit down. Nathan didn't hesitate and sat right down. Then started telling how he had met Emma. Of course he didn't hide anything, because he believed he did nothing wrong. Just like when he told his mother. Because he felt absolutely no shame. About 10 minutes later, Nathan had finished telling the whole process. He didn't explain clearly how he and Emma started being together, because he thought after telling all that, it would definitely be understood why they were together. Mr. Wong listened attentively, occasionally taking a sip of water, as if listening to a very captivating story. "Everything you said is true, right?" Nathan nodded, seriously answering, "Yes. It's true. You can ask my mom to verify. She's already accepted Emma as her adopted daughter. Just temporarily don't tell her about us dating. After hearing your story, I feel like you've done something really great. Without you the girl probably wouldn't have returned to school. I didn't think that much about it. At that time just wanted to help her as much as possible. My family couldn't bear watching such a good girl have her whole life ruined by family circumstances. So chose to help her. Now I have even more reason to help her." Nathan then pulled the conversation back. Returning to the dating issue, Mr. Wong fell into contemplation, pondering for a long while. Then looked at Nathan. Asked, "You two really won't affect your studies, right? Of course we can only progress together. Teacher, you also know last month's exam I improved a lot. That's all thanks to Emma. I can guarantee next exam I'll continue improving." Nathan answered without hesitation. He had that self-awareness. And Emma even less need to worry. She clearly knows studying cannot be delayed. All right, I understand. Mr. Wang nodded slightly, suddenly opened the drawer beside, took out an envelope, gave to Nathan. This is what I wrote for Emma. Actually, I should have given it to her earlier. Chapter 110 Later when you two date. I'll turn a blind eye. At this time Nathan holding the envelope in hand, somewhat puzzled, inside bulging like there's money. Mr. Wang softly answered, "This is a little token from me. Not much but can help Emma somewhat. This child is the student in all my years teaching I care about most. Of course I don't want her because of external circumstances to have her future affected." Nathan suddenly understood, nodding, said, "Yes, I know. I'll give it to her." But Mr. Wang shook his head, denying, "No, that's not right. Why am I giving this to you? Because I want you to keep it. Then spend it for her on my behalf. And absolutely don't tell her this is from me." "Why, sir?" Mr. Wang glared at Nathan, pursing lips helplessly. Said, "Really, you're her boyfriend? Yet don't understand her at all. If you give it directly to her, will she accept?" "Definitely will return it, no matter what, won't accept it. But if you keep it, you spend money for her. At least she can still accept that." Nathan, after hearing, was completely stunned. Couldn't help raising thumb, admiring, "Oh, teacher doing good deeds without leaving name. Aren't you also doing something great? Without telling others. Compared to you, what I'm doing is nothing. Just contributing a little effort. You trust me this much? What if I spend it on myself? Using people don't doubt, doubting then don't use. Hearing you tell everything. I trust you won't disappoint me. If you spend it privately, then just proves I misjudged. Emma also misjudged." Nathan realized in Mr. Wang's words seemed to tacitly acknowledge his and Emma's relationship. So teacher means, I'm very grateful for your help to Emma. So hope you'll continue caring for her on my behalf. You two can continue being together. But first condition, both cannot affect studying. Second condition, at school must be discreet. Don't do anything excessive. Just doing these two things is enough. Later I'll turn a blind eye. Really, thank you, Mr. Wang." Nathan emotionally jumped up from chair, shouted loudly, startling other teachers in office, all looking up, looking toward them. Mr. Wang frowned, waving hand, softly reminding, "Shush. All right. Go outside today, you have competition, right? In front of Emma, must perform well. If not first place, don't come see me." "Yes, sir." Nathan smiled, continuously nodding. Then, under Mr. Wang's helpless gaze, he left the office. Mr. Wang really agreed to let them be together. Seems teacher really cares about Emma. I'm also benefiting from Emma's halo. If it were anyone else, this relationship absolutely wouldn't be accepted. Walking out of office, Nathan opened envelope, looking. Inside was a stack of cash. Looking at thickness, probably about $4,000 or $5,000. As far as he knew, that's nearly half month of Mr. Wang's salary, maybe even a bit more. Nathan, surprised, turned, looking back at office, face clearly showing disbelief. Didn't expect Mr. Wang would spend so much money helping Emma. After all, between them just teacher-student relationship. But teacher also normal working person earning salary. Even if teacher didn't help Emma, nothing wrong with that. Teacher also has family, has children. Working hard not for charity. Being able to help Emma to this extent, already a huge kindness. This made Nathan's heart extremely respectful of Mr. Wang. No wonder class he supervises excellent every year. Until now, their class still maintains top position in grade. Clearly has great contribution from this excellent teacher. After a while, Nathan, facing toward office, bowed deeply, then left. Now he was very confused. Though Mr. Wang instructed to keep this money and use his name to spend for Emma, but he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to turn Mr. Wang's kindness into his own achievement. That went against his principles. However, Mr. Wang's words weren't wrong. If telling Emma directly, she definitely would refuse. So this problem could only be solved by him standing from Emma's perspective, thinking. He hoped she could accept this money. It would help her a lot. At same time, he also felt must let Emma know. This money is from teacher. Cannot let teacher's kindness be hidden. At least later when Emma has ability to repay teacher. Won't forget this kindness. At this time at sports field, Emma was at class area, arranging classmates to work, but in her heart, still always worried about Nathan's side. Don't know what situation there. Already passed about 20 minutes. Still no result. Hey, at this time, a hand gently patted Emma's shoulder. She turned head back. Found person patting her was Ashley. Beside her also walked with a man. Two people had very similar features. Emma immediately guessed. This must be Ashley's father. Ashley introduced Dad. This is Emma. Emma also hurriedly bowed, greeting, hello uncle. Ashley's father smiled, nodding, answering Good child, all family like one family. No need to be polite. In Ashley's hand carrying a bag. She looked at Emma saying about to start right. I'll go change clothes. Okay. I also have to change clothes later. Emma nodded. Watched Ashley leave first. Wait later after arranging other matters. She also had to change her clothes. Some classes already all changed. Female students holding class name signs. All wearing gorgeous eye-catching clothes. Especially attracting attention. While she at least had to wait for teacher to come down. Otherwise no one watching class. She couldn't leave casually. In hallway, Nathan just walked out. Earlier he had returned to class. Hid envelope in his desk drawer. Now preparing to go outside. Nathan. Right when he was about to leave teaching building. A voice called him back. Nathan turned looking. A male student running quickly over. Lucas. Nathan looked at male student before him wearing sports clothes. Shorts on body also had competition number. You also have events? Lucas ran to Nathan's side. Pushed glasses up. Nodded slightly answering. Of course I know you have too. You still wearing uniform? Where's your competition number? Oh my. Until now I still haven't returned to class. Early morning was called away by teacher. Nathan waved hand. Hurriedly continued walking quickly forward. All morning he had no time to change clothes. Also hadn't gotten competition number or anything. Lucas then walked beside Nathan. Asked what events did you sign up for? Don't tell me same as mine. Chapter 111. That's why this pure love is worth treasuring. I signed up for shot put and 100-meter dash. Lucas nodded. Calmly said, oh that's good. Seems I perfectly avoided you. Nathan turned looking at him. Laughed softly asking why. You afraid competing with me? I've researched you. Who dares say definitely can beat you? I just want to help my class get first place. Not comparing high and low with you. Lucas nodded frankly admitting. Completely not minding whether Nathan was provoking or mocking him. Nathan somewhat surprised. Didn't expect Lucas's mentality so good. He said that, yet he didn't refute even one sentence. Seems he learned something from Lucas again. If switched to him and Ashley, would definitely tease each other endlessly. Nathan nodded. Said then wish you get first place. You too. Lucas extended his fist. Nathan slightly paused. Then corner of mouth curved up. Lightly bumped fists with him. Two walked out of teaching building together. Chatted few simple sentences. After becoming friends. Sometimes after school meeting would also chat. Even exchanged contacts. Just until now never texted each other. After all two boys didn't know what to say. During this sports day, outside school grounds would open gates. For parents to come watch. Though not entering completely inside. But could stand close beside sports field. Only separated from students by a fence. Some students already went there. Talking with their parents. At this time outside fence already gathered many people. Most came to watch excitement. Lucas just glanced once. Then caught a figure he couldn't take eyes off. Eyebrows furrowed tightly. Nathan glanced at him. Found he still staring in one direction. Then puzzled asked what are you looking at? So focused. Over there Lucas pointed outside fence. Slightly raised chin. Expression very unpleasant. Nathan looked following direction he pointed. Just saw there were two girls. Wearing beautiful dresses standing outside fence watching. What seeing pretty girls? You still in mood to notice this? Lucas shook head. Expression became serious. He sighed deeply. Softly said, do you remember I told you? In middle school I had a 1-year relationship. Then because of poor grades, she broke up with me. Nathan nodded. Seriously answered, remember. Why could it be? It's her. Nathan looked again toward those two girls. Even if he squinted, couldn't see their faces clearly. Your eyes so sharp? So far away, and recognized her. If standing there was Emma. Would you recognize wrong? Of course I'd recognize. Nathan looked there again. Those two girls clearly just came to play. Looking east, looking west. Sometimes pointing here. Sometimes admiring there. She not going to school? Don't know, maybe just happened to have day off. You planning to greet her? Lucas looked at Nathan. Eyelids drooping down. Eyebrows slightly furrowed. Expression seemingly full of meaning. Forget it, pretend I didn't say anything. What's her name? Cherry. Forget it, don't think about it anymore. You seem to care a lot. You want to reconcile with her? Need me to go with you to see her? Nathan reached, patting Lucas's shoulder, wanting to give him courage. But Lucas lowered his head, appearance showing slight loss. Softly shaking head said, going, wouldn't that be asking for humiliation? She definitely already forgot who I am. Going to greet and being asked who are you? Then today I don't need mood for competition anymore. Can't be that bad, right? After all, you two were together 1 year. Could it be can't even be friends? Already 2 years no contact at all. How can still be friends? Forget it. After all, in middle school still didn't understand things. Who took it seriously? Probably now she's just playing with friends. Don't ruin her mood anymore. Lucas breathed out, as if pushing away thoughts from earlier. Completely switching to another state. Completely treating as if nothing happened. Nathan also didn't say anything more. He already thought like that. What else could he advise? Forget it, too, didn't discuss this anymore. Returned to class together. While at this time outside fence. Those two girls still looking around. As if searching for someone. Among them one girl with sparkling eyes. Long curved eyelashes. Pink cheeks. Height about 1.65 meters. Looking extremely cute. Just on her face now somewhat anxious. Eyes continuously searching inside fence. Girl accompanying side saying, Cherry, how about we go play somewhere else? Finally got 1 day off. Don't search anymore. Cherry's slightly lowered head. Tightly pursing lips. Said you go play. I'll stay here. Why are you so stubborn? Don't you often come here? Which time did you find him? So many students like this, you don't even know which class he's in. Also no contact method. Like finding needle in ocean. I also have no choice. What was his name? Lucas, right. That's the name. Hey, you said you two only knew each other in middle school. Back then didn't know anything. Why until now you still can't forget? Really worth being so attached? Cherry looked ahead. Reached, gripping fence bars tightly. Eyes showing hint of sadness. Softly said, I just want to explain clearly. Back then breaking up wasn't my intention. I couldn't choose myself. I don't want him to misunderstand that I broke up because of his poor grades. If so, I wouldn't have been with him for a whole year. Just couldn't do otherwise. But after explaining, what then? It's been so long already. Who knows, maybe he already has girlfriend. Maybe already forgot you long ago. Who still cares about this? It's fine. I just don't want him to misunderstand me. Toward Cherry's attitude, friend beside could only feel helpless. Extremely exasperated. Looking sideways at Cherry's face. Really wanted to open her head to see. What exactly thinking inside. You two really something. Middle school students so young didn't understand anything. Every day just holding hands at most. In the end never even kissed once. Yet still together for 1 year. Really admirable. Cherry didn't deny. Just nodded slightly. Softly said, that's right. Back then didn't understand anything. So this pure love is worth treasuring. Chapter 112. Which class is he in? This must be school beauty already. Nathan returned to class. Emma, seeing Nathan then, hurriedly walked closer. Worriedly looked him up and down, asking, you're okay, right? Her reaction made Nathan laugh. He reached, patting her head, said, I'm fine. I wasn't taken for interrogation. Just simple chat with teacher. Don't worry, really. So what did teacher say to you? I'll tell you later. Now opening ceremony about to start right. We should go change clothes first. That's right. Nathan glanced behind. Saw a parent helping there. He quickly ran over greeting uncle. You're here. The man hearing turned around. Seeing Nathan then smiled brightly. Oh little Nathan. Long time no see. Last time you kids came to my house I was still working. Don't blame me for not receiving you. Uncle, what are you saying? Should be me. Don't blame me for not waiting until you're off to visit. Next time have chance I'll come play again. Alright, next time come, remember drink few glasses with me. Want to eat anything let aunt cook for you. Chatted few sentences. Nathan then hurriedly left. Said uncle. I'll go prepare sports meet about to start. Okay. You go do your things. Right at this time homeroom teacher Mr. Wong also returned. Nathan then went with Emma to change clothes. About 10 more minutes. Sports meet would officially begin. At this time school administration also took seats one by one. Sitting in highest row of bleachers. Athletes from each class. Also basically finished preparing. Wearing various sports clothes sitting warming up. Nathan received competition number. Went to change clothes. Actually just tank top and shorts. Just putting on tank top. His firm body immediately showed clearly. When returning to class. Almost attracted everyone's gaze. Everyone exclaimed together. Eyes wide open whispering to each other. Among them Emma's close friends. Madison mouth agape. Used elbow poking friend beside. Softly said hey. Look at Nathan's muscles. God, how long must train to get that. Lily chin propped. Eyes dreamy. Expression indifferent said. That's Emma's boyfriend. Stop looking, I'm looking, so what? Can she hit me? Probably not that extreme. Just hope you don't think randomly anymore. HMPH Madison pouted. Eyes full of disgust looking at Lily. Tone mocking. Don't tell me you still can't forget Nathan. He already told you straight. That he basically doesn't like you. Madison's words made Lily glare fiercely. That look swept over. Madison immediately went silent, not daring to say another word. She also realized. Seemed accidentally touched someone's pain. Oh, right at this moment. Everyone heard surprised exclamations. Not just in their class. Even neighboring class also started cheering. Some people even stood up. Taking out phones. Don't know what filming. Madison and Lily also stood up. Curiously looking forward. Wanting to see what they were exclaiming about. Result after seeing. Both eyes wide open. Surprised couldn't close mouths. Just saw person walking from other side. Wearing a pure white off-shoulder long dress. Delicate collarbones faintly visible. White dress fabric almost transparent. Light reflecting. Like angel wings. But absolutely not ostentatious. Dress hem cut curved from high to low. Swaying gracefully. Revealing long jade white legs. On dress also decorated with sparkling small stones. Like thousands of beautiful morning dew drops. Her appearance almost overshadowed all other gorgeously dressed female students. Attracting all gazes toward herself. What made Madison and Lily so stunned was because that person wasn't anyone else but Emma. This was first time they saw such an Emma. Normally she was already beautiful enough. Even uniform couldn't hide that beauty. Now wearing such gorgeous outfit. Completely adding more brilliance. Making her become the person. Attracting all attention here. Nathan propped hand on railing. Seeing Emma jogging over. Corner of Nathan's mouth unconsciously curved into a smile. After all, that was his girlfriend. That beauty belonged only to him. Don't know since when. Mr. Wong already stood beside Nathan. Softly asked by ear, hey. Did you buy this for her? Consider it that way. Nathan awkwardly answered. Indeed was his money spent. But he himself didn't have such refined eye. To choose such beautiful dress. Emma not only made everyone in school amazed. Even crowd outside fence. Also had to exclaim in admiration. Among them Cherry and her friend. Hey Cherry. Look, that girl so beautiful. Which class is she in? Must be school beauty already. Don't know. Cherry dazedly looked toward Emma. Softly shook head. But in heart rose a bit of unease. Again felt sense of crisis. Just thinking of Lucas studying same school with such beautiful girl. In her heart arose worry. But right after Cherry pushed away that thought. After all, so many people in this school. Could Lucas coincidentally just happen to like this girl? Moreover, until now, Cherry still hadn't found Lucas's figure. Whether he actually studied at this school, she still wasn't clear at all. Just once heard old friends say. He seemed to test into here. But because Lucas in middle school didn't have many friends, and Cherry also couldn't contact those people. So between two almost cut off contact. She only kept a tiny bit of hope. Hoping could see him appear here. But even if really met Lucas again, Cherry also didn't know whether still had chance to chat with him. Who knows, both already became strangers. He also already forgot her. Emma returned to class area. First thing was standing right beside Nathan. But because Mr. Wong still beside, so she didn't dare stand too close. However, Nathan straightforwardly said, "You look beautiful in this outfit." Ah, Emma slightly stunned, not answering. Just carefully glanced toward Mr. Wong behind, thinking in heart, Nathan daring to praise her right in front of homeroom teacher. Could it make teacher suspicious? What exactly did those two say to each other? Could it be teacher has no intention of separating them? When Emma looked over, Mr. Wong also just smiled, slightly nodding, as if agreeing with what Nathan just said. Emma's pink lips slightly curved up, corner of mouth showing an irrepressible smile, softly answering thank you. At this time loudspeakers rang with loud music. Dear teachers, dear students, good morning. Beautiful sunshine, refreshing spirits, lively music, flags fluttering. Today in joyful celebration, following youthful rhythm and powerful footsteps of athletes, we solemnly welcome this year's school autumn sports meet. Chapter 113. Don't know which door God has closed on him. Following the sports meet's starting signal, classes lined up in formation one by one. At the front position, Emma stood straight, hand holding the sign representing their class. Just quietly standing there, already attracted countless gazes, as if her every gesture and movement could touch others' hearts. While Nathan, because of height, stood at the back of formation. Could say stood furthest from his girlfriend. Such far distance. But Nathan at the back still heard classmates gossip. Later each class has to perform a program, right? Does our class have one? Oh no, did class president forget about this? What to do? I heard already. Our class has one, it's Ashley dancing. Ashley dancing? What strange genre is this? Didn't expect these words could be combined together. Who exactly has what weakness on Ashley to force her to perform? Who knows? Maybe kidnapped relatives. Serious threats like that to make Ashley agree. Sounds quite reasonable. Nathan, standing behind, hearing this, just found it funny. These people only understood Ashley superficially, thinking someone like her just wanted to be a small shadow in class corner. Not involved with anyone would be good. But actually they were only half right. Ashley indeed didn't like these sports activities. Also didn't want to be bothered. But that didn't mean she was afraid to perform. Because from young until now, performance awards like this she'd won quite a few. For performing in front of crowds, she was already very familiar. Almost no nervousness at all. Not wanting to perform, just felt it meaningless. After MC finished reading opening speech, opening ceremony officially began. Classes in order left formation one by one, going on stage to perform their class's program. Most classes still took whole class as unit, performing gymnastics or some simple dances. Could say didn't put much effort. Just going through motions. Just dealing with it a bit was fine. Some classes only had 3 to 5 people performing. Programs also various types. Dancing, acrobatics. When Nathan's class's turn came, Emma led, walking out. Other classes' gazes also followed Emma's footsteps. What will their class perform? Don't know. Could let that girl perform? I really want to see her perform. She studies very well. Last exam results only lost to class 6. You saying that? I just remembered. So it's her. Most people were discussing. And conversation center was Emma. Most students knew about Emma. After all, their class topped the grade. Best student in class. Almost every class's students had heard the name. Their team stopped before main stage. After few seconds, whole class still had no movement. This made everyone wonder. Don't know what their class would perform. But actually even students in class didn't know. Most were confused, looking at each other, smiling awkwardly embarrassed. Emma stood at the very front, heart full of trust in Ashley, showing calm composure. Ding 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 ding. Right at this moment, in quiet atmosphere, bell sounds rang from somewhere unknown. Following was enchanting laughter echoing, along with melodious bewitching music. All gazes focused on one direction. A figure stepped out from stage entrance. She wore a crescent moon-colored dress, every line soft and flowing, like flickering light dancing, like a fairy under moonlight. Small bells attached to dress hem rang with each step. Clear ding sounds spreading everywhere. That flawless face, with light makeup touches, beautiful to perfection, silver eyes cold yet deep. Between brows a crescent moon mark, enhancing the whole face, making it noble, proud, full of temperament. Wow! Right when appearing, whole school once again erupted. Especially Nathan's class. Everyone was stunned silent, mouths agape, eyes wide open, full of disbelief. Who is that? Is it Ashley? Really Ashley? My God! Following the music rhythm, Ashley's eyes showed hint of melancholy, like telling a story few knew. Every gesture, every movement, all like revealing her inner world. Emma, standing in front, smiled softly, watching Ashley slowly step out. The exclamations, amazement around, made her happy for her friend. She was happy for this treasure-like friend. Finally everyone saw her charm. Ashley advanced to stage center, started dancing, gently raising wrist, like willow branch swaying in wind, toes lightly touching ground, as if walking on clouds. Light, nimble, body flowing, turning with music melody. Every movement like carefully composed poetry. Flowing, perfect. Students below all fell silent, intently appreciating that dance. Time seemed to stop. Only music and that dance remained. About 5 minutes later, music stopped. Ashley closed with ending movement. Everyone seemed still unsatisfied, though music had stopped, but whole auditorium still silent, until applause rang out. Ashley couldn't help turning head back. Saw that applause came from person standing behind her. Emma, while applauding, while smiling, eyes showing gentle meaning. Clap. Right after second round of applause rang. Third applause rang continuously. Finally became cheers throughout school grounds. For the wonderful performance just now. This girl also their class's student? Why all these amazing girls? All in their class. Her grades also very good. Seems still in grades top 10. Real or fake? Don't know which door God closed on her. Difference between people really excessive. In an instant all attention shifted. From Emma to Ashley. The dance just now. Also recorded by many people with phones. Just after few minutes. Already spread throughout chat groups. Throughout platforms. Nathan standing at back also quietly applauded. Corner of mouth showing smile. Eyes still showing pride. Looking up ahead. Ashley's back figure. In an instant. Turned into image of familiar long-haired little girl. Daily clinging to him. Squatting behind calling brother each time. Chapter 114. My girlfriend asked you guys. Have you answered yet? Ashley casually washed face. Removing makeup. Clothes also changed already. Now wearing a sports tank top. Clearly showing firm abs. After all, after performing, she still had to compete. Could say this sports meet was among all sports meets she'd experienced. First time feeling most complete participation. Most meaningful. Ashley tore open a lollipop wrapper. Put in mouth. Sitting there recalling what just happened. Now opening ceremony had ended. Competition events also started calling names one by one. Her events still had time. So could rest a bit. Hey, why you already changed everything? Right then. Ashley heard a voice. Turned head looking back. Turned out Emma came here. But clearly she looked somewhat lost. Still holding phone in hand. Ended already, why not change clothes? My waist hurts like dying. Ashley took another lollipop from pocket. Walked over stuffing straight into Emma's mouth. You came late, must watch carefully. I was planning to take some photos with you too. Emma walked sitting beside Ashley. Unwillingly stuffed phone in pocket. Can still take photos like this. You being beautiful is enough. Ashley took out her phone. While Emma wasn't prepared, took a photo of them together. At least let me prepare. Definitely ugly shot. How could that be? Look yourself. Isn't it very beautiful? Then take few more. Two girls played around in room, got bored. Then prepared to go outside. Because later Nathan would compete. They wanted to watch. Arriving at sports field. Ashley slightly frowned. She was more sensitive. Just stepping out already realized. Countless gazes focused on them. While Emma still hadn't noticed. She was busy looking at phone. Admiring photos just taken with Ashley. Until some people blocked their way. Made Emma pay attention. She and Ashley stopped. Raised heads looking confused. Before them were 4 or 5 male students. Looking probably just grade 10 or 11. But all had careless appearance. Probably just because school banned smoking. Otherwise each would have cigarette on lips already. Hey, one male student among them stepped forward. Slowly approaching the two. Still holding phone in hand. 2 senior sisters. Let's get acquainted. Can we add Instagram? Whether tone or attitude. All contained teasing meaning. Making misunderstanding hard to avoid. At this time Ashley stepped forward. Slightly shielding Emma. Frowning said sorry. She has a boyfriend already. Doesn't add other male students. And I also don't want to add. Emma emotionally looked at Ashley once. Every time encountering this situation. Ashley always shielded her in front. Maybe she thought. Her personality hard to refuse others. Before indeed was like that. She was embarrassed to refuse. But now no longer so weak. Thought those male students would know difficulty and retreat. But clearly, they didn't want to give up this chance. A male student not only didn't retreat but persisted saying hey. Just being friends. Having boyfriend, what's wrong with that? Right, we have no bad intentions. Just want to learn from you seniors. Other male students also stepped forward. Acting like if don't add friends absolutely won't let go. Emma bit lip. Then stepped forward blocking in front of Ashley. Firmly said already said won't add. Don't you understand human language? Emma's words. Made those male students pause. Clearly they didn't expect. This weak-looking girl. Could decisively refuse like this. They thought. Just need to coax that short-haired girl. Would be done. Even Ashley felt surprised. After a while. Corner of her mouth slightly curved up. As if sensing change in Emma's personality. No longer person always needing her protection. Few male students after being stunned few seconds. Glanced at each other. Showing sly smiles. Completely not taking Emma's words seriously. Ha ha. Little sister, my girlfriend asked you guys. Have you answered yet? Do you understand? Right at this time. Behind those male students. Came a low voice. Emma and Ashley looked following the voice. Seeing who came then smiled. Eyebrows also relaxed. As if just grabbed life-saving straw. Few male students frowned. Slowly turned heads back. Result just seeing person behind then shuddered in fear. Couldn't help cursing out loud. Damn, at this school. Never seen anyone this scary. Standing behind them. Like a wall blocking. Was this human or humanoid monster? The group couldn't even distinguish. And at this time Nathan seemed very angry. Face dark. Arms crossed over chest. Looking extremely scary. Emma immediately pulled Ashley. Dodging to stand behind Nathan. Hiding behind together. Ashley then acted provocatively. Glancing at those male students. Stuck out tongue. Acting smug. Few male students immediately went crazy. But didn't dare provoke the giant monster before them. Had to lower voice saying, big brother. We didn't mean to hit on your girlfriend. Just misunderstanding. We just wanted to add that girl as friend. They pointed at Ashley standing behind Nathan. Thinking you care about your girlfriend only. For others you have no reason to interfere. Ashley put away smug look. Hiding behind Nathan. Reached out gently tugging his shirt hem. Nathan frowned. Arms crossed. Chin raised said that's my sister. She doesn't want to add friends. Then means doesn't want. Don't understand? Hearing Nathan's words, Ashley satisfied nodding, hiding behind Nathan muttering softly worthy of being my brother. General protecting dynasty doing very well. This time I'll definitely reward heavily. Too crazy. Emma also softly covered mouth laughing. Behind Nathan, no need to worry anymore. Not really big brother, you serious? Two don't look alike at all. How could be your sister, aren't you lying to us? A male student stepped forward, planning to go around Nathan looking at Ashley behind. Right then, suddenly felt collar tightened, feet left ground, whole body suddenly light. His eyes almost fell out. Eyes full of disbelief. He was lifted like a little chick. And opponent's manner relaxed like he was just a shopping bag in his hand. Other male students fearfully stepped back 2 steps. Though their friend somewhat thin, but couldn't be easily lifted with one hand like this. This was first time they witnessed this scene in real life. Unbelievable sight. Male student being lifted swallowed dryly. Staring at Nathan before him. Stammering said, "Big brother, I was wrong, I'll leave right away." Chapter 115. I'll leave right away. Nathan put him down. They immediately ran for their lives. Though 4 or 5 people, but facing Nathan alone, still felt fear from bone marrow. Emma secretly held Nathan's hand. When his gaze looked over, she smiled softly, while Nathan also responded with gentle smile. Right at that moment, Nathan's anger immediately vanished, as if Emma's smile was the cure for that anger. Ashley patted Nathan's shoulder, said, "Thanks. What do you want?" "Equipment I dropped yesterday. Want it?" "I don't need anything." Nathan shook head slightly, looking completely unconcerned about Ashley's offer to repay. Ashley, slightly stunned, interested, asked why. "Now helping me don't want repayment?" Nathan glanced at her, snorted saying, "Helping my sister, isn't it natural?" Ashley said, "If already this close still calling me you. Is that reasonable? Then from now no more formal pronouns." Agreed. Emma hurried over, pulling Ashley's hand, dragging her along. Ashley grinned, acting getting goosebumps, said, "Oh, Nathan, you planning to use this trick to shake this thief's heart? I won't let you succeed. You're really strange." Nathan slightly frowned, helplessly pouting, "Fine. Then I want your full red equipment set." "Will you give it?" "Won't give." "Then next time something like this I won't help." "Oh come on Nathan, my good brother, what are you saying? We're family. Why be so polite?" Ashley immediately changed expression, turned into appearance of obedient little sister. Completely different from earlier. Even Emma couldn't help sighing. She changes face really fast. But Nathan seemed used to it. Just snorted, then turned and left. 3 returned to class area together. Before sitting down, Nathan saw Mr. Wong aggressively walking straight over. Scared him, backing up continuously. "Mr. Wong, teacher. If something, let's talk slowly." Emma reflexively stood blocking in front of Nathan, wanting to protect him, but thinking this was homeroom teacher. If she did this, would be challenging teacher's authority. Also betraying teacher's care for her. Hesitating a while, Emma stepped aside. Mr. Wong approached, standing on tiptoes, one hand grabbing Nathan's ear. Teacher much shorter than Nathan, only reaching his chest, so Nathan had to bend down. "Where did you go?" Just announced male 100 meters sprint roll call. "What were you doing?" Wrong. I'll go right away." Mr. Wong pulled Nathan's ear, yelling straight in his ear. Hurt so much Nathan continuously begged mercy. While speaking, Mr. Wong also glanced at Emma beside, as if understood where Nathan went earlier. Nathan dejectedly ran away, hurrying to roll call area. Emma stood still watching Nathan's figure leave, with Mr. Wong beside. She didn't dare do anything more. At this time, Mr. Wong suddenly pointed toward sports field edge. Said to Emma, "That side not convenient. Go there, cheer for him." Emma stunned, looking into Mr. Wang's eyes, gaze widened several degrees. But surprised as she was, she still nodded, softly answering, "Yes sir." Nathan went to roll call. This place only about 3 to 5 meters from outside fence. Extremely close distance. He just arrived. Then glanced outside fence looking at Cherry. Eyes flashing an elusive emotion. Cherry also noticed that gaze. She slightly puzzled. Nathan's gaze. As if once knew her. But she searched all memories. Also couldn't remember who Nathan was. Cherry's friend patted her shoulder. Softly asked, "Hey, that muscular guy earlier. Did he look this way once? Do you think he was looking at you? Any chance you could add him as friend? I'm not interested. I didn't come here for these things." Cherry frowned. Shaking head said, "Forget it. I know, but think about it. You've been waiting here all along. Still haven't seen that Lucas guy. Can't just return empty-handed, right? That muscular guy also quite handsome. What if he's interested in you? If you keep talking about this, you go back first." Okay. Pretend I didn't say anything." Cherry's friend leaned on fence. Looking at Nathan inside. Pursing lips, pouting. "Don't know when he'll look this way again." When Nathan was lining up at roll call area, suddenly saw a familiar face. Just this acquaintance he didn't like much. In short time had quite a few troubles with each other. That person was Kevin. At this time he walked straight over. As if already targeted someone. Like wild beast seeing prey. And that direction. Besides Nathan, no one else for him to stare at. Realizing something, Nathan slightly frowned. Suddenly stepped forward. Tightly grabbing Kevin's arm. Asked, "Hey, where you going?" Kevin startled. Seeing person holding him was Nathan. Even more frightened. Stammering said, just walking." Nathan bro. Coincidence? I have nothing. Just walking." Kevin forced a smile. In his heart knew clearly. Now Nathan was someone he absolutely couldn't provoke. Best to stay as far away as possible. Anything involving Nathan, he'd definitely suffer. If nothing, then don't wander around randomly. You planning to flirt? Nathan glanced toward where Kevin was going. Over there. Only one person could catch his attention. That was Cherry. So he guessed Kevin planned to approach. Whether true or not wasn't clear. Hearing this, Kevin's eyes widened. Exclaimed, "Heaven and earth. How possible? How did you guess right? Was I that obvious?" "Not really obvious. But I understand you." Nathan pouted. Full of helplessness. Said, "That girl you better not approach. For my sake, let it go." "Oh, not really, Nathan bro, you know her?" I don't know. But my friend knows." "You don't even know. Then why do you care? Look at this." Kevin raised hand, counting things with Nathan. "Initially I wanted to pursue Ashley. You stopped me. I gave up too. Later I liked Lily. But she still keeps remembering you. I have even less chance. Now class president also conquered by you. 3 beauties in class all involved with you. I completely give up. Now I just want to chat with a girl from outside school. Nathan bro, spare me." Chapter 116. Nothing to do with me. That's what you said. Not I. Nathan was speechless, secretly thinking. Starting to doubt whether he was really excessive. Thinking carefully, could it be from beginning he'd been bullying Kevin? But he didn't feel anything himself. "I'm serious Nathan bro, don't care anymore. Originally nothing to do with you." "Right." Seeing Nathan wavering, Kevin pressed advantage. Patting his shoulder, advising more. Nathan also felt Kevin's words made sense. Seemed he was indeed interfering in others' business. Just in his heart thinking. Lucas had helped him a lot with relationships. He always wanted to find chance to repay. But never had opportunity. So earlier instinctively wanted to stop Kevin. Not letting him bother that girl. Also considered helping a small hand. Surely Lucas wouldn't want to see that girl bothered by someone like Kevin. "Fine, I don't care then." Nathan nodded. Turned back to roll call area. Since Lucas wasn't taking initiative anyway, why should he interfere? When blamed for being nosy. Really not worth it. There, that's right. Nathan bro, good luck competing. Cheer for me too while you're at it. Haha. Kevin laughed loudly, then continued toward fence. This was first time he convinced Nathan. He felt Nathan seemed to have changed a bit. No longer as oppressive as before. Before always felt no one dared approach. Also no one could be friends with him. He arrived before fence. Fixed his clothes. Looking at 2 girls before him, excitedly greeted, "Hello." Two beautiful ladies. Which school are you from? But Kevin's enthusiasm wasn't reciprocated. Two girls looked at each other, eyes seeming to say fine, you go talk. Cherry showed hesitation. Then she looked at Kevin. Softly asked, hey. Hello. I want to ask something. Do you know Lucas? Kevin frowned, hearing this name, then stunned. He found that name somewhat familiar, like he'd heard it somewhere before. But since it was a boy's name, he wasn't interested, so didn't bother remembering carefully. No, I don't know him. Kevin immediately shook his head, in his heart very clear. Now before this girl, absolutely cannot mention any other male student. Otherwise her attention wouldn't be on him anymore. So even though this name felt familiar, he still decisively said never heard of it. Kevin's answer, like a bucket of cold water, poured straight on Cherry, making the hope in her heart fall straight to the bottom. Her friend still patted her shoulder comforting. Said, hey, as I see it, maybe he doesn't even study at this school. Let's go. Nothing interesting here anyway. Cherry fell silent. Perhaps right at this moment, her heart also started wavering. Hearing the two planning to leave, Kevin hurriedly panicked. Finally managed to chat a few sentences. Haven't been rejected yet. This was when he felt most hopeful. Hey, don't go. My friend probably knows. Seems to know you too. Maybe we're mutual friends. Kevin got flustered. Had to use Nathan as an excuse. After all, the urgent matter now was to keep them here, attract their attention. Hearing this, Cherry's hope rekindled. Eyes full of expectation looking at Kevin, asking, really? But Cherry's friend completely didn't believe that blatant lie. Annoyed said, stop making things up. Where's your friend? Don't tell me there's no such person. Cherry, let's go. Staying here is just wasting time. Kevin then pointed behind, saying, look. The most muscular male student. That's my friend. If you don't believe, let me call him over. Cherry, I think staying a bit longer is worth it. What if what he's saying is true? Cherry helplessly looked at her friend, thinking this girl changes faces really fast. Faster than flipping pages. Turns out she's staying not for me, but to look at that muscular guy. Then please call him over. Kevin glanced toward Nathan. Hesitated few seconds. What he just said wasn't wrong. Just slightly off. Was whether he really was Nathan's friend. That wasn't clear yet. If going to call now, would Nathan be willing to come? Why should he help me? Previous matters involving Ashley and Emma still fresh in memory. Are you calling or not? If not, we're leaving. Okay, let me. I'll try calling. But he's about to compete. Not sure if he can come. Kevin awkwardly turned and left, walking toward Nathan. At this time Nathan still lining up, about to be called for roll. Then would go to field waiting for match to start. He also took chance to warm up simply. Hey, Nathan bro. Nathan turned head looking over. Saw Kevin standing beside with embarrassed expression. Head lowered, back bent, looking just like a servant. What's the matter? Nathan bro, help me with something. Come with me, say a few words for me. Kevin pointed toward Cherry, softly begging Nathan. But Nathan didn't bother thinking, immediately turned away. Said no way. Just now you told me not to interfere. Said it has nothing to do with me. Wasn't that what you said? Oh, that. Did I say that? No way. Kevin forced a smile. But smile uglier than crying. Whether I said it or not I don't care. Originally I shouldn't worry about this. Moreover, I'm about to compete. Even less time to worry about your matters. Saying that, Nathan stepped forward preparing for roll call. Kevin stood frozen in place, extremely embarrassed. Didn't know what to say. Now if couldn't bring Nathan over, those two girls would leave. Kevin sighed deeply. Suddenly realized he was in a difficult situation. Accidentally dragged this matter involving Nathan. Forgot that anything involving him definitely nothing good. If really called Nathan over, the one suffering would still be himself. Thinking of this, Kevin reluctantly glanced at Cherry once, toward those two girls, then turned and left, though he quite liked these two. But not worth risking suffering for. After all, many people in school don't believe today he couldn't find another target. Not long after Kevin left, Nathan completed roll call procedures preparing to compete. He slightly glanced toward Cherry, then slowly walked over step by step. Chapter 117. I have to go meet a girl now. Cherry, look, that male student is coming over. Seeing Nathan walking closer, Cherry's friend gently patted her back, lowly reminding, while Cherry didn't show too much excitement, but heart rose with expectation. She also wasn't clear why. Just had a feeling. From this male student, she would receive some useful news. Nathan walked up before them, eyes sweeping over, softly asked, "Excuse me, who is Cherry?" "Oh, looking for you, looking for you." "Wait, how does he know your name is Cherry?" Cherry's friend initially excited, but right after felt something wrong. If he doesn't know Cherry, then how does he know her name? Cherry stepped forward one step, nodding slightly. "It's me." Nathan looked her up and down once, then slowly spoke. "Sorry to bother, I want to boldly ask one question. Don't know if you still remember Lucas." Cherry's eyes immediately opened wide, both hands gripping fence tightly. Lips slightly parted but couldn't speak. Whole face written with surprise. Nathan turned head, glancing behind, then waved once, said to Cherry, "Sorry, I have to compete now. If nothing else, just wait here a bit. After I'm done we'll continue talking." At this time though, Cherry's heart burning like fire, but she still maintained composure. Since this male student even called Lucas's name correctly, definitely wouldn't leave. No matter how long to wait, she would wait. Cherry nodded slightly, eyes following Nathan's departing figure. Nathan, while walking toward competition field, while thinking he was still being nosy, but looking at Cherry's reaction earlier, he definitely did right. Looking at Lucas's appearance, he clearly really wanted to see Cherry again. Just didn't dare. If so, then helping out wouldn't that be good? Consider repaying Lucas's kindness. When Nathan arrived at competition field, suddenly heard a familiar voice calling him. He raised head, looking in that direction. Found person standing there was Emma. She waved, stood on tiptoes, white dress hem gently fluttering, smile bright as sunshine, toward Nathan, shouting loudly, "Go for it. Be careful, don't get hurt." Corner of Nathan's mouth unconsciously showed a smile. He raised hand, waving back, responding. Those simple words, for him, were the best encouragement. Competitors all came to starting line, waiting for starting signal. Classmates also all stood up toward Nathan, cheering, shouting loudly, "Go for it." Except Ashley. She still sat in original spot playing with phone. Seemed not caring about results at all. "Ashley, Nathan's about to compete. Aren't you going to watch?" At this time, Ashley's father, leaning on fence, turned, asking. He just filmed daughter's performance. Preparing to watch Nathan's first match, then leave. To father's question, Ashley just shook head, said nothing worth watching. "You think Nathan will lose?" "No, losing definitely not. But no matter what, should still cheer for Nathan. After all, we're part of cheering team." Finally, Ashley couldn't argue with father. Had to stand up, going to watch with him. Earlier atmosphere on stands quite noisy and lively. Most people also not really paying attention to match. For them, sports day just fun day to relax. Win or lose in matches, they didn't much care. However, when Nathan stood at starting line, rolled up pants legs, in that moment, made quite a few people fall silent. Everyone uniformly showed surprised expressions. Originally thought Nathan's upper body already impressive enough. Didn't expect his leg muscles also this scary. Other athletes seeing this scene, hearts immediately went cold by half. Nathan didn't slack at all. Focused, warming up, preparing, ready for starting line. Ready, bang. Following starting gun signal, all athletes simultaneously burst forward. Nathan started slightly slow, but right after his explosive speed, made whole school field explode. Muscle power in legs completely released. Despite carrying strong build, also couldn't stop that speed. Hair blown backward by wind. Shirt pressed tight against chest. Muscles tensed into strands. Every step powerful. Finally, Nathan easily surpassed everyone. With low posture, dove through finish line. Yeah. Emma, seeing this scene, joyfully jumped up. Couldn't help shouting loudly, though she knew from beginning Nathan would definitely win. but witnessing him crush whole school. She as girlfriend felt extremely happy. Others when crossing finish all looked powerless. Though gave their all. But strength difference too obvious. Nathan carrying such firm body. Already had considerable resistance. Yet could still quickly overtake. Really too excessive. They panted heavily. Chests heaving violently. Almost couldn't breathe. Yet Nathan like hadn't competed at all. Face not red, heart not chaotic. Except bit of sweat on forehead. Really couldn't tell what he just did. This made other athletes completely convinced. Lost without any resentment. Even with another chance. Result definitely still same. Ashley spread arms. Said to father. Dad, see, I said nothing worth watching. Completely no suspense at all. This kid little Nathan getting better and better. Corner of Ashley's father's mouth twitched. Muttering softly. After watching this match, Ashley's father also left. He still had matters to handle. Couldn't stay at school watching sports day all day with daughter. Nathan walked off field. He only had 2 competition events. This one already definitely won first place. The remaining one even easier for him. Right at this time, Emma calling name while running closer. Seeing her, Nathan's face immediately brightened. Congratulations, you won. You're amazing. Emma gave Nathan a bottle of cold water. Sincerely praising him. Corner of Nathan's mouth couldn't help curving up. For him, whether getting first place or prize didn't matter. Most important thing was Emma's praise. That was what he craved most. Nathan suppressed urge to hug her tight. After all, still at school. He'd promised homeroom teacher to keep discreet. Right then Nathan suddenly remembered. Hesitantly asked, I have to go meet a girl. Do you want to come along? Chapter 118. Besides, this isn't the first time coming. Which girl? Emma's heart slightly tightened, as if suddenly stopped beating for a moment. She'd never heard Nathan mention any other girl. In those few short seconds, Emma's heart imagined hundreds of possibilities. Don't overthink, I don't know her. Me finding her has nothing to do with me. Mainly want to repay a kindness. Nathan seemed to notice Emma's unusual expression. Hurriedly explained. He didn't want because of a kindness to cause problems in their relationship. Hearing Nathan's explanation, Emma finally breathed a sigh of relief. If that girl not related to Nathan, then it's fine. But she still didn't understand. What does repaying kindness have to do with that girl? Repaying kindness, it's a long story. Remember the day we officially got together? At that time Lucas said those things to me. Then Nathan told Emma the whole story. When hearing Lucas had said those words to Nathan, Emma was so surprised. Eyes opened wide, whole person stood stunned in place. Couldn't believe it. Mind blank, as if didn't know how to react. She could only stare at Nathan. Eyes wide full of shock. So that day we could be together. Lucas's contribution was that big? In that moment, Emma's feelings toward Lucas also gradually changed somewhat. After all, he successfully helped her and Nathan be together. So when hearing Nathan wanted to repay him, Emma completely agreed. I see, so where is that girl? Right over there. Nathan pointed toward outside fence far away. At this time Cherry and her friend still standing there. Eyes seemed also looking toward Nathan and Emma. Then I'll go with you. Really? Emma nodded slightly. Smiling said, of course. Lucas helped so much. Logically speaking, I also owe him a kindness. Saying that, Emma gently held Nathan's hand. Thin lips slightly curved. Carrying gentle smile. Nathan's eyes lit up. Slightly pursing lips. So two went together to fence. The closer the distance, the clearer they saw. Cherry's face full of expectation, while her friend showed surprise. Pointing at Nathan and Emma. Softly saying by Cherry's ear. Didn't expect those two or a couple. Feels both unbelievable yet reasonable. Those two really match well. But Cherry didn't hear. In her heart only wanted to know one thing. Which was matters related to Lucas. When Nathan and Emma walked up, Cherry couldn't help immediately asking. Earlier you asked if I knew Lucas. What did you mean? Do you know me? Did he ask you to come? Cherry's urgency made both Nathan and Emma stunned. Two looked at each other, somewhat confused, according to what they thought. Cherry and Lucas broke up long ago. Also no longer in contact. Logically, she shouldn't care anymore. But looking now, Cherry seemed still very concerned about Lucas. Don't rush. Let's talk slowly. Nathan raised hand, gently said, wanting to calm Cherry. Don't be too anxious. Otherwise no amount of time enough to talk. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Nathan. This is my girlfriend, Emma. I'm Lucas's friend. The reason I know about you is because he once told me about you too. Cherry gradually calmed down. After all, Nathan saying this also meant this time she had a chance. Lucas really was here. Moreover, had mentioned her. In other words, she'd never been forgotten. Then let me reintroduce. My name is Cherry. This is my friend. Her name is Harmony. We're both students at Central High. Hello. Harmony beside made V sign with hand. Simple greeting. Emma seemed to understand something. Then stepped forward one step. Directly asked, you came here to find Lucas, right? Hearing Emma say this, Cherry lowered head, nodding slightly, answered, yes. Besides, this isn't my first time coming. But until now, even whether Lucas studies here or not, I don't know. Nathan hearing this frowned. Surprised asked, how is that possible? You've come here before. How could you not know Lucas? Cherry slightly stunned. Didn't understand what Nathan meant. Still felt confused. At this time Emma spoke first, explaining to Nathan. When we go to school, he also has to go to class. So chances to come here very few. If no friends at this school. Not knowing is normal. Wait, I don't understand. What do you two mean? Cherry hurriedly interrupted, eyes anxious, wanting to know clearly. What do you mean? Why saying if not first time coming? Then definitely would know Lucas. Nathan tilted head looking at Cherry. Asked. You really don't know? I remember Lucas once said. You two broke up. Because back then his grades were too poor, right? Mentioning this, like touching Cherry's heart pain. She bit lip softly saying yes. But at that time I had no choice. My age back then still too young. Could only listen to parents. Now I've grown up. So immediately came looking for him. Cherry started remembering. Throughout past 2 years, not one day didn't think of Lucas. Also because of this often argued loudly with parents. Finally parents had to compromise. As long as she kept up with studies. After growing up they wouldn't interfere. So from then on, every day she hoped to quickly grow up. To be able to find Lucas. Finally at beginning of this year, she'd grown up, waited for this moment. However at same time, she also realized most important problem. That after so long, maybe Lucas no longer had any interest in her. Who knows, maybe had new girlfriend already. Or even completely forgotten her. Even so, she still frequently came here. Just to meet Lucas once again. Explain clearly to him would be enough. Emma surprised turned looking at Nathan. Asked. Lucas poor grades. Is that true? He said so himself. Said in middle school grades very bad. That's why broke up. Cherry saw them chatting again. Still couldn't understand. Could Lucas's poor grades make them this surprised? Nathan glanced at Cherry. Then slowly said, in your impression what kind of person is Lucas? I don't know. But now he's class president of class 1. Also academic committee member. Grades always top of whole grade. Chapter 119. Maybe this is the last time I come here. Nathan's words just spoken. Both Cherry and Harmony stood stunned. Standing frozen in place. Eyes opened wide. Mouths couldn't close either. When coming to senses, Harmony turned looking at Cherry. Surprised asked. No way. Your ex-husband, this excellent? This is called poor grades? This still called poor grades? Could your family want you to marry Einstein? Nathan also stared at Cherry's reaction. Wanting to see after knowing this result. What she would think. Maybe from that could guess. Years ago they broke up because of grades. Was her mother's idea, or she herself thought so? If really her idea, then surely would show some obvious expression. But after just few seconds, Cherry calmly smiled faintly. Said, then congratulations to him. Knowing he's living well, I'm also relieved. Seeing Cherry's appearance, the other three's hearts also felt uncomfortable. As if clearly sensing, these 2 years Cherry had endured a lot. So does he have a girlfriend now? Or someone he likes? Ah, Nathan, momentarily flustered, turned looking at Emma beside. Saw her expression equally awkward. Not long ago, Lucas had said he liked Emma. Even confessed to her, though quickly gave up after. But that couldn't be erased. Maybe in Lucas's heart, had defaulted between him and Cherry no more possibility. Might never meet again. Liking someone else was understandable. However, if telling Cherry this, she would definitely be heartbroken. After all, she'd waited eagerly all this time, still keeping this chance, while Lucas had started liking someone else. Who wouldn't feel sorry? No, he doesn't have a girlfriend, I guarantee. Besides, he still always remembers you. Just doesn't dare face it. After all, he was broken up with once. Nathan hurriedly helped Lucas explain, weighing several times in mind. Then dared speak out, afraid misspeaking would make things worse. He still remembers me? I hurt him that much. How could still remember me? Cherry lowered head, softly whispering alone, mouth saying that, but in heart, started having some hope from Nathan's words. If really so would be wonderful. Really, when telling me about you too. He said a lot about feelings back then. He said, right at this time, a voice suddenly rang behind Nathan, calling his name loudly. Hearing that voice, Nathan slightly frowned. Heart trembled a bit. Cherry also looked toward sound direction. The moment seeing that person, she froze. Mouth agape. Lips trembling but couldn't speak. Person before her. Wasn't it the one she'd missed day and night? In her mind, his image still stayed 2 years ago. Now person standing here changed a lot. But she still immediately recognized. Lucas. Nathan turned head looking back. Lucas standing behind him. Expression calm. Eyes serious. Then he directly walked over. Reached grabbing Nathan's arm saying, let's go. Oh, Nathan didn't say anything more. Slightly nodded answering softly. Then gave Emma eye signal. She immediately understood. Following Nathan leaving, Harmony raised hand wanting to call them back. Hey. But before speaking, beside, Cherry already gently pulled her hand. When Harmony looked over, just saw Cherry shaking head, pursing lips not saying anything more. No way, you just letting them leave like that. Finally met Lucas again with difficulty. Didn't you miss him like crazy? Why now letting him leave? Harmony extremely confused. All this time waiting, searching. Now finally found. Yet Cherry not seizing the chance. Cherry's eyes lowered, becoming dim, nodding slightly. Softly said, yes, that's right. Maybe this is the last time coming here. You serious? Harmony's pupils slightly contracted, eyes full of disbelief. She really didn't understand what Cherry was thinking. But looking at that appearance, clearly not joking. Yes, then let's stay this last time. He's wearing competition number. Maybe competing later. After watching we'll leave. Harmony nodded slightly, softly answered. Yes. However long you want to watch, I'll stay with you. Lucas pulled Nathan away, to behind building. No one here at this time. He let go of Nathan's arm. Turned head glancing at him. Then looked at Emma beside, as if having something to say. Nathan took deep breath. Looking at Emma, said, you go back to class first. Help me deal with Mr. Wong, sorry for the trouble. Emma obediently nodded, answered, yes, I understand. Then left there. Only Nathan and Lucas remained. After Emma went far, Lucas then asked, what were you doing just now? I just wanted to repay a debt of gratitude. Because I saw you still have feelings for her. So thought to help you a bit. If my good intentions ruined things, then I apologize. Nathan answered straightforwardly. He wasn't sure if his thinking was right or wrong. If wrong, then considered interfering in others' business again. He always did this. So having no friends was normal. Lucas said nothing. Just sighed. Helplessly said, fine. It's okay, just don't do it again. There's no possibility between me and her anymore. Speaking so definitively. Is it because you don't like her anymore? No, but feelings have changed. Can't go back anymore. Don't think about it anymore. Nathan tilted his head, puzzled, asking, "Hey, wait, buddy. Didn't you two only date for 2 years? What big crime could happen in middle school? Why can't you go back?" Lucas helplessly pouted, glared at him once, annoyed said, "It's me. I've changed. Okay. Do I have to spell it out to satisfy you? You changed? Well, it's been 2 years already. She still remembers you. How do you plan to respond to those feelings? I even once pursued your girlfriend. Now she comes looking. Can I shamelessly accept? Would that be fair to her?" Chapter 120. If truly fated, then we'll never lose each other. God, is that all? Just tell her and it's done. Or is it you who feels guilty inside? Nonsense. Of course I feel guilty. She considered me her first choice. While I only after failing to confess to someone else, came back to be with her. Isn't that treating her as a backup plan? How could I face her anymore? Fine, as long as you don't regret it. You decide yourself. Nathan shrugged. Didn't argue further. After all, he was an outsider in this matter. Things like this, better let those involved decide themselves. He could only give advice. Or when needed, help a little was enough. Yeah, oh right. Haven't congratulated you yet. Your match just now was excellent. Good thing I didn't sign up. My classmate who's a sprinter, after losing to you, kept telling me you're a monster. Lucas laughed softly, patted Nathan's shoulder, while Nathan didn't care about his words. Instead kept observing his expression. Because he always felt Lucas was hiding his true feelings, using all ways to cover up. But having said that, he couldn't say more. Your turn to compete soon, right? Don't lose. I'm not you. Me losing is normal. Lucas waved hand. Left first. Nathan watched his departing figure, sighed softly, then also left there, walking out behind the building. Nathan reflexively looked toward outside the fence, saw Cherry and friend still hadn't left, still standing there watching something. Probably observing this side. Just he couldn't see clearly. Next would be men's 4x100 meters relay, with Lucas participating. Match about to begin. Lucas stood ready at waiting position. He was responsible for final leg. Quite important. Nathan chose best viewing position, preparing to watch Lucas's performance. At this time he discovered Lucas's final running position seemed would run past where Cherry stood, and Cherry still hadn't left, clearly wanting to watch Lucas's match finish. Though their matter wasn't his concern, but Nathan's heart still felt regret. Clearly both still remembered each other, were together for a year, had emotional foundation, yet didn't say even one word to each other. Never had a proper goodbye and ended too hasty. Don't know when Emma had come beside, gently patted Nathan's back, softly. Don't think anymore. If they're truly fated, then definitely won't lose each other. Nathan looked at Emma once, smiled softly. Class president, go for it. Class president, go for it. Two heard cheering, turned to look, saw Lucas's whole class. All stood up together, loud cheers for him. Lucas smiled, waving in response. Almost whole field heard them clearly. He really manages class very united. Yes, that should be learned a bit. Really not bad. Nathan and Emma both surprised. To make whole class united like this. Really not easy at all. His class seemed not needing teachers to manage. And those standing up cheering all voluntary. No one forced. Ready. Bang. Match officially began. First runner burst from starting line, in loud cheers from classes. Completed their turn. Next was second turn. By third turn, team speeds equal. Hard to distinguish high and low. So final leg became especially important. Lucas stood ready at position, adjusting posture, preparing to receive final relay baton. Charge ahead, class president. Relay baton touched Lucas's palm. He gripped tight, then strode rushing away. Final leg. Everyone gave their all, gritting teeth, faces red in just moments. Lucas, among those athletes, was in middle position. He felt he'd given everything, but still distance from person ahead. Lucas gritted teeth. He thought this was his limit. Couldn't catch person ahead anymore. Initially planned to get first place, but now seemed too confident. Lucas's eyes glanced over. Saw himself. About to run past where Cherry stood. Am I this useless? Even in front of ex-girlfriend. Can't do anything impressive. In that moment, when running past Cherry, he turned head looking once. That moment seemed frozen. He saw Cherry's expression. That was eyes full of expectation for him. Lips also moving, like cheering for him. Damn it. Lucas didn't know where strength came from. Speed suddenly surged. Finish line getting closer. He knew hard to get first place. They're almost at finish, so his goal was second place. When reaching finish, Lucas almost parallel with second place person. That moment he leaned forward, hoping to overtake by tiny distance. But speed too fast, completely couldn't maintain balance. Footsteps like couldn't break in time. Whole person fell forward. Right moment crossing finish line. He also crashed straight to ground. Ah, Cherry seeing Lucas fall, couldn't help crying out, both hands gripping fence tightly. Fingers pale from exertion. Class president. Lucas's classmates hurried over, planning to help him up. Lucas hurriedly waved. Don't move, don't move. Wait a moment. When he turned looking at his legs, found both knees torn open large area. Blood gushing out violently. Not just both knees, both hands too. Even nose bridge injured. Quickly take to infirmary. Let me. At this time Nathan appeared before Lucas. Gently helped him stand up. Led him leaving competition field. Lucas sighed. Finally still didn't get first place. Just second place. Result still injured this badly. Really embarrassing. Seems I'm not excellent person like Nathan. Creating miracles is impossible. Lucas supported by Nathan limping away. Eyes unconsciously glanced outside fence. He saw. Cherry seemed arguing with security at gate. Wanting to rush inside. Her friend Harmony holding her back. Chapter 121. In the end I don't regret either. Lucas taken by Nathan to infirmary. Was disinfected and bandaged. With difficulty finally stopped bleeding. Nathan stood by window sighing helplessly. Said, I told you why risk like that. You like this, even if not external injury. Would still cause serious muscle damage. Can you still move your legs now? Can't move anymore. Lucas now completely honest. External pain aside. Now he felt muscles stiff. Any movement sharp pain. That final sprint. Damage really too great. Nathan looked at him with, serves you right, eyes. Shook head. Then looked out window again. Asked, do you know when I exert effort surpassing others? What I think? Lucas propped hand against wall. Struggling to stand up. Standing beside Nathan. Looking out together. Asked, what, I think? Must perform well in front of that person. I think you surely understand this feeling. Lucas silent few seconds. Looking at distant scenery. Eyes unconsciously revealing special emotion. That direction. Was where Cherry stood. Now she's still saying something with gate security. Harmony still pulling her back. Feeling if not held tight, she'd rush straight in. Lucas laughed bitterly. Asked, now it's reversed? You starting to teach me about relationships? Nathan shrugged. Calmly answered, yeah. Just clearly my problem much easier. After all I have no regrets in this part. Smile on Lucas's face faded. Expression serious looking at Nathan. Two just stared at each other. As if using eyes to converse. Only hearing noisy sounds outside. Room strangely quiet. Few seconds later, Lucas sighed deeply. Moved muscles a bit. Seriously said, help me with something. Very willing. Nathan supported Lucas. Directly left infirmary. Returned to sports field. Two seemed extremely in sync. Not saying a word but heading same direction. Continuously walking forward. Please let me in. I'll come out right away. Already said, little girl, outsiders not allowed in. Cherry still continuously begging security to open gate. Her heart burning like fire. Witnessed Lucas injured leaving. And so long still hadn't returned. She worried if badly injured. But no matter how many nice words. She still couldn't enter. School security particularly strict. Said even student relatives. Also couldn't casually enter. Harmony pulled Cherry's sleeve. Said, let's go. You've watched the match already anyway. From now on, live your own life. Don't intrude in others' lives anymore. Cherry bit lip, clearly showing unwillingness. If had chance to rush in, she definitely wouldn't hesitate. But looking at tall security before her, if she forcefully rushed in, would probably be thrown out immediately. Come on, let's go. I'll take you shopping. Let's look at pretty dresses. Then drink bubble tea. Eat something delicious. My treat. Harmony still gently persuading. Continuously pulling her sleeve. School gate already had many people surrounding. If continuing like this might cause commotion. Cherry's footsteps also paused a bit. As if heart wavering, she looked up at noisy school grounds inside. Still couldn't see that familiar figure. Then slowly turned head back, planning to leave with Harmony. This final glance, like looking back at own youth. Full of regret but helpless. Corner of her eyes glistening with tear, but trying hard not letting it fall. She remembered moment just meeting Lucas. That final glance, he didn't even look at her once. Just left like that. As if never knew each other. Maybe that's how it should be. Her persistence also useless. Everyone's the same. Continuously making new friends. Then forgetting old ones. Now even if meeting again. Close middle school friends. Or elementary school. All pretend not knowing and walk past. Maybe Lucas also thinks so. In high school knowing more people. She's just a small memory. And not even pleasant one. She herself said breakup words. Lucas not resenting already very good. What qualification does she have? Dreaming could talk normally with him. Hey, wait. Don't go, right at this time. Behind rang a loud call. Cherry and Harmony turned looking back. Finding source of voice. Turned out Nathan calling. He and another person came outside fence. This was school's outer area. Students could freely enter and exit. Cherry couldn't help opening eyes wide. Person beside Nathan. Wasn't it the one she'd missed day and night? Wanted to meet again. Lucas startled by Nathan's call. People around all looked over. What are you shouting for? Made me jump. So embarrassing. Nonsense, if not shouting they'd leave. With your leg like this can you catch up? Yeah, that's right. Lucas helplessly shook head. He looked down at himself. Both knees and palms wrapped in bandages. Bridge of nose also had adhesive bandage. Now he was like a cripple. He and Nathan still walked forward. While Cherry stood frozen, as if mind stopped thinking. Still Harmony pushed her once. Softly said, go. What are you dazed for? At least have to walk forward. Cherry came to senses. Started walking, slowly going out. Distance between her and Lucas getting closer. Cherry's heart also started beating faster. Called her back. Then definitely has something to say. What will it be? Happy or sad matter? Cherry kept staring ahead, following Lucas. But Lucas's gaze always avoiding. Only when eyes accidentally met. He also immediately looked away. This made Cherry increasingly lose confidence. Don't know what news she'd receive next. Finally, two stopped about 1 meter apart. Looking straight at each other. Lucas's eyes somewhat flustered. Mixed with some hesitation. Because he felt, he really shamelessly came here. Clearly said so definitively before. Nathan waved hand. Said, you two talk. I'll leave first. So you've completely given up, right? Nathan left right after. He just needed to bring Lucas here. Rest he wouldn't interfere. That's for Lucas to decide himself. Harmony also very tactful. She also left. Preparing to walk around. Only Cherry and Lucas remained. Two stood in place. Atmosphere somewhat awkward. Both silent. Time passing second by second. Lucas gathered all courage. Spoke first. Softly said, long time no see. Just that simple sentence. Made Cherry's heart tremble. Don't know why. Her heart like being squeezed tight. Tears almost overflowing. She raised head. Softly answered. Yes. You've changed a lot. Lucas stammered out. His eyes swept over Cherry. Looking at her. Really different from memory's impression. Simply put, became more beautiful. When two were together. Only about 15 years old. 16 when broke up. Back then even if beautiful. Couldn't be beautiful to what extent. But after 2 years. Indeed, girls growing up change completely. You too. Even wearing glasses now. Sherry softly pursed lips, looking at Lucas's face. Image she'd imagined not like now. So when really meeting again. First reaction was disbelief. Almost didn't recognize. Before, Lucas had special carefree nature, but now became scholarly elegant. Hairstyle also no longer complicated. Now very simple. Just neat short hair. Overall looking clean, bright. Yeah, studying too much got nearsighted, haha. Lucas scratched head. Self-deprecating said. Also laughed few times. Recalling crazy studying days. Like just yesterday. Because of poor grades. Forced to break up with girl he liked most. Made him enter revenge like studying state. That's what made him addicted to studying. Every day gritting teeth enduring. Heart screaming must raise grades. To show others. Back then, eyes red from studying. Wished could hang from beam, pierce bone to study. Not one day relaxed. But later, he gradually let go of that revenge mentality. Became calm. Completely turned himself into another person. And also started becoming nearsighted. Emotions more stable. Though Lucas said this sentence very lightly. But Cherry's heart only felt sour. And heartache. As if before eyes appearing. Image of Lucas studying painfully. Middle school ranked bottom of class. But high school rose to top of grade. She couldn't imagine how much hardship Lucas endured. Experienced how many nights exhausted falling asleep on study desk. To become like today. Maybe also because she herself broke up with him over grades. Created such huge shock. Cherry lowered head. Full of regret. Softly said. Sorry, I'm sorry. This made Lucas stunned. Dazed for a moment. Stammering said. Why apologize? You didn't do anything wrong. If you're saying about breaking up, then even less need to apologize. Dating breaking up, isn't that too normal? Yes, now you've completely let go right. Cherry's one sentence made Lucas fall silent again. Actually, before coming here, he'd prepared many topics. Two could talk about. Fun memories from middle school. Could talk about which universities each would attend later. How living now. He could also confidently talk about grades with others. But absolutely didn't think would talk about feelings. Now mind like empty. Don't know how to answer, what to say. Say haven't let go? But he'd liked someone else. Even confessed. So what's called not letting go? Then can only admit already forgotten. Lucas didn't want to lie. Didn't want to shamelessly say hadn't forgotten. That would make him a jerk. He turned head away, not daring to look straight at Cherry's face. Softly answered. Yes. After all been so long. So much time without contact. After immersing in studying. Those lingering feelings, also forced buried deep in heart, became something no longer important. Felt studying more interesting than love. Because knowledge learned definitely yours. No one can take away. While feelings not necessarily belong to you. He admitted when meeting Cherry again today. That long dormant feeling in heart. Unconsciously trembled once. But just that, he didn't dare have more illusions. That regretful love story died long ago. Though mentally prepared, but hearing Lucas admit, Cherry still couldn't help. Nose stinging. Corner of eyes suddenly tense. Like about to cry. That's good. Seeing you living well is enough. Cherry's voice carried slight choking. Somewhat hoarse. Like next second would cry. Her purpose coming here was to explain clearly to Lucas. That year's breakup was also forced. Didn't want him to misunderstand. But now seems. Caring or not no longer important. He let go long ago. Now mentioning again wouldn't just make him more awkward. Besides, he surely doesn't care anymore. Explaining now also useless. What about you, living well lately? Lucas softly asked. Cherry slightly shook head, then lightly nodded, as if she herself wasn't sure. Lucas somewhat confused, but didn't press further. Atmosphere fell awkward again. Both seemed not knowing what else to say. Cherry didn't want to waste Lucas's time. After all, he's still injured. Inside sports day still ongoing. As class president can't be absent too long. Cherry stepped back once, softly said, then, I'll leave first. Take care of your health. Looking at Cherry's reluctant turning figure, Lucas's heart suddenly tightened, like someone squeezing throat, making him unable to breathe. A suffocating, painful feeling he always felt. If letting Cherry leave right now, maybe would be forever. Maybe whole life won't meet again. Lucas swallowed saliva, quickly took phone from pocket, loudly said, "Hey, let me have your contact." Chapter 123 Friend. Does dating affect you this much? Cherry paused, lips slightly parted, then pressed tight again, turned around, showing faint smile. Yes, okay. Both exchanged contacts, added friends then parted. Lucas limping back, on the way still staring at phone. Looking at newly added account. He wanted to check profile a bit. At least to know if Cherry has boyfriend now. If living well. But when just opened profile, he froze. Inside not even one photo. Mostly just text. Should be a beautiful girl like Cherry now. Posting few selfies is normal. I miss you so much. Are you living well now? I found the fountain pen you once gave. Still can't bear to use. Happy birthday to you. Hope you'll be happy today. Lucas browsed each status line in profile. Expression became heavy, pupils slightly trembling. He wasn't stupid. These status lines clearly all related to him. Happy birthday. That day was indeed his birthday. Just he never saw. These lines like diary. Originally Lucas had gradually calmed mood, but now heavy once more. He turned head looking. Found no longer saw Cherry's figure. Lucas softly snorted, shaking head dazedly. Someone like me still has people missing? Really can't believe. Why wouldn't people miss you? Where are you lacking? Lucas hearing voice. Raised head. Saw Nathan standing there, leaning against wall. Arms crossed looking at him. I thought you left already. I brought you out. Shouldn't I be responsible for bringing you back? Otherwise you're admiring friends. Won't they come settle scores with me? Nathan walked over, supporting Lucas's arm. He laughed softly saying, being admired is too much. I'm just normal. Accumulating some friendship feelings. Really? Speaking with her go smoothly? Lucas sadly lowered eyes, shaking head slightly. Not very well. I still can't get over it in my heart. I feel guilty. No longer qualified to return to her. Also no longer qualified to discuss past feelings. Can you really let go? No regrets at all? What use are regrets? The old love originally can't return anyway. Nathan suddenly spread his hands. Coldly said, if can't go back then forget it. Starting another relationship isn't that fine? You're not planning to never love anyone again forever. When the time comes won't you still love? Then why can't it be her? Lucas stunned for a moment. Raised head looking at Nathan. Puzzled asked. What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean don't worry about going back. Don't think about reconnecting old love anymore. Can't you start over from beginning? You don't have a girlfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend either. Then why can't be together? Just talk normally with her. If compatible then invite out. When appropriate then confess. Loving again from start isn't that also good? Wait. Lucas stared wide-eyed. Not believing his ears. He rubbed chin, muttering. You mean let me change my thinking? Redefine the feelings between me and her? Understand it another way? Nathan's mouth twitched, frowning. What nonsense are you saying? Simply put, is to let you overcome the barrier in your heart. So you can accept. Just consider the past feelings already dead. Completely dead already. Then now consider you never knew her. Now like her. Then pursue again. What's wrong with that? Lucas took a deep breath. Patted Nathan's back hard. Exclaimed. You're really a genius, brother. Does dating affect you this much? Now can even say such reasonable words. Nathan embarrassedly scratched head. Corner of mouth slightly curved. Not really. Just now I told my girlfriend the situation. She told me like that. This is the trick she taught you. HMPH. How could she say such words? If you thought so clearly, then wouldn't have let Emma confess to me. But indeed a good move. I think about it that way. Feel much lighter in heart. Really true, why didn't I think of it? Makes a lot of sense actually. Why must think about reconnecting old love? I can start a new relationship. Lucas nodded, showing agreement. He'd always been thinking about how the past was. If keeping that thinking, then never have chance to be together again. Actually don't need to avoid anything. Just frankly accept. He himself was broken up with. Already ended with Cherry. So what? Nothing big deal. Don't need to think about going back anymore. Can openly start over from beginning. Don't need to dream about reunion. Push aside all those past emotions. Now pursue her myself, then see what happens. After all, he himself actively asked for contact. Just consider met a girl he likes. Don't mention past things. Currently he and Cherry. Could say just met isn't too much. Both their appearances have changed. Personalities also changed. Completely two different people now. Alright, you thinking clearly is good. Let's go, almost lunchtime. Two returned to class together. While on the other side, Cherry and Harmony had left school. Arriving at school gate, Cherry still staring at phone. Looking at Lucas's profile. Don't look at phone while walking. Very dangerous, besides what's there to see? Profile full of stuff I don't under. Harmony gently patted Cherry's arm. Glanced at her. She was also curious earlier, so glanced once. Result after seeing Lucas's profile. Felt very boring. Just sharing some daily stuff. What ate today? Where went playing? What homework doing? Taking sunset and sky photos. Didn't even post games. But that's also quite good. Just she found nothing interesting. Rather have profile full of bright nightlife scenes. While Cherry was watching very engrossed. Each post viewing very carefully. Newest post from last night. Taking sunset photo. Fire clouds brilliantly beautiful. She typed a comment. So beautiful. But after hesitating a while, she still deleted it. She thought she should try not appearing in his world anymore. Right at this time, a message appeared from top of screen. Cherry glanced, eyes showing surprise. Unexpectedly Lucas messaged, "You off today? Why not going to school? Where you guys planning to hang out later?" Chapter 124. The man with harmless appearance, but actually a terrifying monster. Cherry's eyes lit up brightly, staring at screen, stunned. Mouth also slightly open, whole face showing disbelief. She originally thought after Lucas added friend, definitely wouldn't have chance to talk. Just added and left there. She herself embarrassed to actively chat with him. If making him feel annoyed, then distance between them might grow further. But she completely didn't expect Lucas would actively message her. And they just parted not long ago. Stunned for a while, Cherry hurriedly replied to message. She didn't want to miss this chance. Yes, I'm off today. Not going to school. Later then. Probably walking around with friend a bit. Cherry looked at message she just sent. Finding if anywhere inappropriate. She always felt this kind of talking like nothing happened. It's somehow strange. But as long as can chat with Lucas is fine. Still care what's strange or not. How's your injury? Are you okay? Just with one active message from Lucas. Cherry also relaxed herself. Continuously messaging Lucas. She really wanted to chat with him. Been longing for this moment for so long. And Lucas also responded very enthusiastically. Like always staring at phone screen. As long as Cherry messaged immediately replied. Let's go. Why standing there frozen? Harmony startled. Cherry just standing still in place. Just staring at phone not moving. Don't know what doing. Okay. Cherry reminded then continued walking. But still staring at phone. Harmony found it strange. But didn't dare say anything. Now she didn't know how Cherry was. If misspeaking making her unhappy then trouble. After lunch. Afternoon events began occurring continuously. Ashley's events. Also unsurprisingly won championship. Classmates seemed not surprised anymore. Now in their hearts already defaulted. Nathan and Ashley, this deskmate pair. As long as participating will win. Completely no suspense at all. At this time Nathan, Emma and Ashley, 3 people. Already started playing cards at back of class. Sports day few really go watch competition events. Everyone playing their own games. Your events all finished this afternoon, right? One more event shot put. Ashley looked at Nathan saying, Later I'll check athlete list. Tonight play games a bit okay. You also haven't been online for long. Don't tell me later only focusing on dating. Not playing games anymore. When Ashley said this sentence, she glanced at Emma sitting beside. On Emma's face, suddenly blushed lightly. She knew Nathan once said, now she herself more important than games. Though she was happy Nathan said that. But she didn't want because of her to make Nathan give up the game he once loved most. She wasn't that selfish. Mainly she hoped Nathan was happy. If playing games made Nathan happy, then she hoped Nathan played games. Right when Nathan was still hesitating, Emma spoke up immediately. You just play. I'll sit beside watching. Conveniently you teach me too. I also want to play already. Really? Nathan surprised looking at Emma. If saying what makes a game lover like him feel happiest, then definitely is. His girlfriend also loves playing games. That's really his dream. Really? Emma nodded confirming. She could easily notice Nathan much happier than earlier. Then decided like that, remember to go online tonight. Okay. After a while, Nathan went to check shot put competition names. Emma and Ashley, two people, also went to designated field to watch. Participating in this, almost all biggest tallest students in class. Most over 100 kilograms weight. Nathan among them, looked rather slim. Go for it. Emma stood outside field cheering for Nathan. Voice extremely sweet, making other students attracted. Everyone seeing Emma, eyes immediately brightened, though not knowing who she's cheering for. But starting from this moment, they all thought was cheering for themselves. Everyone became much more energetic, like fully charged with energy. Just wanting to quickly start competing, to let Emma see their strength. Nathan just stood still in place, gently waving at them, smiled once as response, then stood there waiting for competition to start. Others were warming up preparing, while Nathan seemed very relaxed. Those who didn't know would think he came for fun. Competition quickly began, each person taking turns entering field, lifting adult standard shot put, preparing to throw. Just those shouting very loud. But actually no one threw far. At most just few meters. Emma somewhat puzzled. That shot put so small but very heavy? So she turned looking at Ashley beside. Asked is that shot put very heavy? They only threw about 7-8 meters. Ashley nodded saying, yes. 7.26 kilograms, heavy. How far can Nathan throw? Don't know, but surely will win. Right after a sound of amazement rang out. Two turned heads looking, saw a normal contestant. A fat guy threw over 12 meters. Immediately made whole field lively. Being able to throw like that, must say extremely impressive. That made students who threw only 7-8 meters immediately felt extremely embarrassed, though already gave everything. But personal ability originally limited. Can't use effort to change. Normal students immediately stood up, started clapping and cheering. A student looked to the side, where Lucas sitting playing phone and chatting. Excitedly said, class president. Fat guy threw over 12 meters. Definitely won. Lucas still typing messages rapidly on phone. Shook head saying, won't work. Can't win. But probably get second place. Still can't win? Then who can win? Lucas raised head looking other direction. Saw the man standing there, looking extremely relaxed. There, that harmless looking person, but actually a terrifying monster. Lucas finished speaking, continued lowering head focused on phone. Monster, others almost finished competing. No one surpassed that 12-meter record. Even that fat guy earlier also thought he was most certain. Everyone started sitting down resting. Last person was Nathan. He stood at designated position, hand-holding shot put, testing weight few times. Muttering, how to throw. Chapter 125. If it were me I'd throw you like throwing shot put. Whatever, just throw randomly. When others threw, Nathan didn't pay much attention to technique. They sliding step then spinning. Looking extremely professional, he watched forever couldn't learn. So didn't plan to use professional technique. If did wrong would be laughed at. So Nathan just stood in place. Cleared throat once. That moment muscles on his body all bulged. whole body gathering all strength. Next second he stepped hard once. One foot stomped ground hard. Arm holding shot put immediately threw out. Whoosh! A high and long arc appeared in air. Speed of shot put flying out. Like a cannonball. Everyone's eyes widened. All eyes following the shot's flight path. When watching others throw. Wasn't this fast at all? Could shot put become lighter? Thud. Shot put fell to ground. Crowd watching all shrunk necks together. Like scared by that throw. Very quickly referee measured distance. While Nathan dusted hands. Swung arms then left competition field. 15 meters 89. After hearing result. That fat guy jumped up immediately. Eyes wide in shock. Face full of panic. Reacting like just severely shocked. Others almost fainted from eyes too wide. Corner of mouth twitching. Eyebrows twitching continuously. No one could speak. Wow, at this time. Emma at sideline joyfully jumped up. Excitedly shouting loudly. As if the winner was herself. But for her. Nathan winning. Was her winning. Same thing really. Nathan hearing noise turned looking at Emma. Smiled at her. Raised thumb up. Now those guys finally understood. Who Emma was cheering for. With this strength definitely winning. Plus beautiful girl cheering too. Want to lose don't even know how. Competition ended. Nathan easily took first place. Now both his events finished. Both champions. And results too impressive. Immediately became whole school's discussion topic. 7.26 kilograms shot put throwing nearly 16 meters standing. No technique needed at all. All relying on strength, too terrifying. Also 100 meters under 11 seconds, amazing. This person really not professional? When Nathan and everyone returned to class. Everyone looked at him like looking at monster. Nathan's strength. If he got angry. Accidentally throwing someone random away. Probably as simple as playing. When Nathan just about to return to seat. Mr. Wong suddenly approached. Reached pinching Nathan's arm once. Ah. Mr. Wong. Why are you pinching me? Didn't I win already? Nathan stepped back once. Rubbing painful arm. Mr. Wong arms akimbo. Frowning said unhappily. Stop pretending. Could I pinch and hurt this thick skin of yours? Why didn't you say earlier you're this good at sports? Then why didn't participate in sports meets previous years? Can't contribute anything to class? Mr. Wong while speaking pointed at Nathan. Nathan continuously backing away dodging. Not daring to say anything. While Emma and Ashley stood behind secretly laughing. Nathan really the quiet type student in class. Now being exposed by homeroom teacher. He didn't know how to explain either. After Mr. Wong finished venting anger. Then crossed arms, muttering softly. I as teacher. Had to rely on Emma's light to pull you out. Really, the better Nathan was. The more proud someone became. At this time Kevin sitting there face full of pride. Because quite a few people came praising him as awesome. Kevin thinking about daring to acknowledge Nathan back then. Already admired himself. Too cool, only he dared do that. I think so too. Even dared arm wrestle. You should thank him for going easy. Otherwise really broken arm. Good thing Nathan is gentle. If angry back then don't know what would happen. If it were me I'd throw you like throwing shot put. Kevin laughing waving hand. Raised head proudly saying, oh my. Small matter, Nathan and I are good brothers. He's my big bro. We just sat chatting together. Think about it, I'm so annoying. Yet Nathan still doesn't hit me. He's so good to me. He knew what he was doing wasn't right. But feeling of riding on others' coattails really felt great. Going to school all this time. Always the kid with no presence in class. Now thanks to Nathan's light. Getting everyone's attention for such long time. He also gradually understood Nathan's personality better. He's generous person. Doesn't fuss over small matters. So won't because of these trivial things. Get angry at him. Today's sports meet ends here. Tomorrow still one more day. Around 5 p.m. Students began leaving school one by one. After Nathan and Emma left school gate. Then held hands. Both had endured all day today. Because Nathan promised homeroom teacher. Would keep discreet in school. So all day today though always near each other. But no intimate actions. But just leaving school gate. He reached out holding Emma's hand. Found she also reached out same time. Two like minds connected. Looking at each other smiling. Oh right. What did Mr. Wong say to you today? I feel after you two talked. Like relationship better. This question of Emma's still existed in heart all day today. But because Mr. Wong was right beside then. So she couldn't ask conveniently. About that. Nathan reached hand. Touching small pocket in backpack. There was money Mr. Wong gave him. For him to use for Emma. He still didn't know how to tell her about this. Stop. Robbery. Right at that moment, ahead of them rang a shout. Both immediately stopped and looked ahead. After seeing that person, Nathan couldn't help frowning. Tilted head asking, "You ambushing here again? This your hideout?" Person standing ahead wrapped in bandages. Leaning against wall none other than Lucas. Lucas laughing, slowly walking forward. Said, "I'm waiting for you." Talking directly always better than texting on phone. Oh not quite right. How did your lame leg get ahead of us? Don't mind those details. Important part is what comes next. Lucas raised hand stopping Nathan from continuing. While Emma very understanding, turned looking at Nathan, softly said, "Then I'll go up first waiting for you." Emma just took one step. Lucas stopped her. No, you stay too. Chapter 126, Maintaining Good Relationship Can Help When Needed. I stay too? Emma somewhat surprised, pointing at herself. She knew, currently relationship between Nathan and Lucas not bad. She was also happy Nathan had another friend. But as Nathan's girlfriend, she understood she needed keeping distance from other male friends. Didn't want to make Nathan uncomfortable. Especially with someone like Lucas, who once confessed to her. Even more should avoid. You stay too. It's related to you. Lucas nodded, meaning Emma don't leave. Nathan looked at Lucas, slightly frowning. Asked, "What do you want to say?" Not going home now to talk with someone. Coming here bothering us for what? The problem is right there, brother. I want to ask you two something. This weekend are you two free? This weekend, Nathan and Emma glanced at each other. Somewhat surprised. Because indeed they had no plans for weekend. Both understood would stay home studying. What are you planning? It's like this. I have date with Cherry. But, I feel two people going bit awkward. I need a couple to go with. So I immediately thought of you two. This time you two helped me so much. I also want to treat you to meal to thank. Nathan stunned few seconds, then slowly pointed at himself and Emma asking, "You want us to double date with you?" "Yeah, double date. I feel that way won't be awkward. What do you think?" Lucas looked at two with expectation. He felt this matter must say directly to Nathan and Emma. So he dragged his almost crippled leg. Quickly ran here, blocking their way. "I need to discuss with my girlfriend first." Nathan reached arm around Emma's shoulder. Led her away about 3 to 5 meters. Nathan whispered by Emma's ear asking, "What do you think?" "I'll listen to you." I also listen to you." Emma stammered answering. Hearing Nathan say, "Listen to you." She panicked completely. She definitely couldn't decide herself. As long as with Nathan. Doing anything is fine. Going anywhere doesn't matter. So you want us to spend weekend just two of us? Or go with them? I want to hear your honest opinion. Emma thought for a while. Then turned looking at Lucas once. Softly said, "If my opinion. Then of course I want to be with you alone. But I think going with them would be better." "Why?" "Actually this time we didn't help much. Properly speaking still owe him a favor. You also said before, if not for him, we couldn't be together so smoothly. Now he needs help emotionally. We help a bit also no problem. Besides now he's also your friend. Request like this actually if possible should agree. Also considered simple social interaction. Speaking frankly a bit. He studies very well. Future definitely not bad. Maintaining good relationship later can help you." Emma's core thinking. Always put Nathan's interests first. If for herself, then she doesn't need any reasoning. Don't want means don't want. Being alone with Nathan whole weekend wouldn't that be great? But she definitely would think for Nathan first. Because that's what a girlfriend should do. Makes sense. Still you think more thoroughly than me. Then we agree. Nathan and Emma returned before Lucas. Lucas, looking at their expressions, seemed already guessed result. Smiled slightly. We agree. After all weekend nothing to do anyway. Great, I'll message you guys later. Lucas nodded, then turned and left immediately. No dragging at all. Nathan, watching his limping walk, could only sigh helplessly. Actually, if not asking Emma's opinion, he would definitely agree with Lucas. But once asked, if Emma didn't want, then he absolutely wouldn't accept. In his heart, always putting Emma as top priority. Let's go home. Yes, the two went home together. Emma hurriedly went to the kitchen to cook. Nathan was tired today. Must cook him a really delicious meal, so he can eat comfortably. Thinking tomorrow Nathan has nothing to do, can be together all day. She felt happy again. Nathan put down his backpack, took out a thick envelope from inside. He saw Emma was very understanding person. Didn't need to use any special way. Just need to speak clearly. She would surely understand. Just making her owe others so much wasn't good either. Would create pressure for her. So he decided to speak directly. Give all choice rights to her. Let her decide herself. He had no right to decide for her. About an hour later, Emma had finished cooking and set the table, while Nathan was already sitting waiting at dining table. He had also placed that envelope on the table. Emma saw it but didn't ask immediately. She seemed to have guessed what it was, so didn't actively speak up, but waited for Nathan to say it himself. After setting all food on table, she slowly sat down. Didn't touch chopsticks. Just quietly looked at Nathan. Nathan pushed the envelope forward a bit. Softly said, "Mr. Wong said about our relationship later. He'll turn a blind eye. This is what he sent for you." Emma took the envelope, opened and looked once. Indeed, as she thought, inside was a stack of money. She put the envelope down. Still didn't say anything. She quietly looked at Nathan. "Mr. Wong initially told me not to tell you. He knew you definitely wouldn't accept, so gave it to me. Told me to use my name to spend this money for you. But I can't do that. I feel you must know. This is Mr. Wang's good intention." "Yes, I understand." Emma nodded slightly, pressed lips together, looking like thinking about something. After a while, she raised her head looking at Nathan. Asked, "So do you think I should accept?" Nathan took a deep breath. Said, "About this I'm not sure. Because from different perspectives, definitely will have different thoughts. So still let you decide yourself. Whatever you do, I'll support." What Emma worried most was whether she could accept this kindness, but with condition that she has ability to repay. If I accept these few thousand, later must repay not just money, but value of this favor. Definitely must have value greater than that money. Otherwise would disappoint expectations. Emma lowered her head, clenched hands tightly, softly asked, "Later can I repay Mr. Wang's favor?" Chapter 127, Isn't what's yours also mine? You're also mine. Nathan understood Emma's feeling very clearly. If it were him, would definitely think the same. After thinking carefully, Nathan nodded certainly. Said, "I believe you definitely can do it. Moreover, you don't need to be afraid. Because isn't there me too? We'll repay this favor together." Emma's eyes flashed with surprise. Stammering said, "But this is my favor. How can you help me repay?" "Well, isn't what's yours also mine? Even you are mine too. Helping you is helping myself. So repaying this favor together. What's wrong with that?" Emma lowered her head, lightly scratching fingers, not knowing what to say, but ears turning red. Already expressed all her feelings now. For her, couldn't resist such words. No doubt, that sentence was emphasizing how close their relationship had become. Especially the sentence, "You're also mine," made Emma's little heart skip beats. "Well, if you've said so, then what's mine is also yours. This give to you." Emma smoothly pushed the envelope forward, placing before Nathan. Once Nathan said that, then meant this kindness could also let Nathan accept. If Nathan accepts, then she could reluctantly accept. Also considered using her name to bring good things to Nathan. But from her own perspective, she had absolutely no reason to accept. I have no reason to accept this. Because Mr. Wong gave it to you. But you just said what's mine is yours. Nathan placed envelope back on table. The envelope just lying in middle of dining table. Like a hot potato. No one wanted to touch. Food beside still steaming. But both stayed silent, saying nothing. Well then, if so, let's accept together. Then from now on, try our best to repay Mr. Wong. Nathan was first to make that suggestion. After all, he'd already promised Mr. Wong. If both don't accept, then this money definitely must return. What if Mr. Wong separates them? If later doesn't let them date anymore? Even deliberately arranges them to different classes? Even tells their parents? Those were all things Nathan didn't want to see happen. Don't know what consequences would be. But definitely would be very troublesome. Emma nodded slightly, answered. Yes. I agree, so what should we do? Nathan thought a bit, then softly said. Repaying teacher probably means studying well. Improving grades. So teacher has chance for raise, for example. I think there's something you can do. Would definitely make teacher happier. What? Emma looked at Nathan. Listening attentively. Nathan thought a bit more. Nodded, saying. That's next exam. You surpass Lucas. Become top of grade. Definitely Mr. Wong will be very happy. You see, though our class is best in grade. But normally still because of one person named Lucas. So pulling up average score. This makes homeroom teacher normally feel very proud. If you can become top of grade, then definitely will help Mr. Wong greatly. Emma also knew Nathan was right. But easier said than done. Lucas's grades. Why always maintaining number one position? Because distance between them too far. Basically no chance to surpass. Though Emma ranked second. But still more than 10 points behind Lucas. These 10 plus points. Getting back really very difficult. So though she really wanted to be first. But Lucas. Like an insurmountable high mountain. Don't worry. Now isn't he wanting to date? Weekend also has date. No matter what. Definitely will distract him a little. Then, won't distance between you two be shortened? Nathan noticed Emma was worried. So gently comforted her. Yes. I'll try my best. First let's eat. Okay. 2 put away envelope. Haven't discussed what to use for. Just temporarily keeping carefully. After eating, Nathan turned on computer. Because already promised. Tonight would play games with Ashley. Emma also sat down beside Nathan. Preparing to watch him play. Looking very interested. Not that she liked playing games. Just simply because she liked seeing Nathan's happy face. You're here, Emma. Are you there? After a while, Ashley's voice rang in headphones. She also cared whether Emma was there. Emma, hearing, smiled softly. Answered into headphones. I'm here. I'm sitting beside. Then watch carefully. Don't know if you can understand. Nathan's zombie-like operations. If can understand. Blood pressure probably will spike too. Stop joking. Your operations are the joke. Looking makes IQ drop. Can't imagine person at computer is human. Such waste of that fancy equipment. Nathan and Ashley started roasting each other. But faces still had happy smiles. Emma, somewhat confused, softly asked, why you two keep talking like that? Nathan glanced at her, explained, it's fine, just joking. We play games together, talking back and forth for fun. It's part of the fun. Nothing serious. Emma didn't understand, but still respected. Because she didn't play games. So didn't understand what's fun about that. But seeing Nathan not angry at all. And Ashley's voice on other side also relaxed. Like completely not caring. Nathan while playing games. Expression immediately changed clearly. Mood also visibly happier. Seeing Nathan happy. Emma beside also felt happy. After playing a while, Nathan quit game. Turned off computer. Preparing to study with Emma. Now he'd become the type of person. Even if allowed to play freely. Don't need to study. Still couldn't feel at ease. Once played games. Then after must study. Only then feeling relieved. Sitting at study desk, Emma suddenly remembered weekend matter. She then asked, where going with them weekend? Don't know. Let them decide. Nathan shook head. He didn't ask specifically either. After all, for him anywhere was fine. So our goal is, want to matchmake those two? Don't need to worry about that. We two just have fun is enough. Chapter 128, What If Have Baby? Then raise or not. Next day, sports meet continued. Students began arriving at school one by one. Preparing to relax last day. For senior students, this was last sports meet. Also last time being this relaxed at school. After today, entering period. Cramming for college entrance exam. Just passing school gate. Nathan and Emma immediately let go of hands. But distance between them still very close. Though not touching. Still looked extremely intimate. Just arriving at class. Someone called to Nathan. You two come sit here. This side, this side. This side cooler. This made Nathan somewhat confused. Not knowing what to do properly. Emma tried not to laugh, whispered in Nathan's ear. Your relationship with everyone seems better. Thanks to your blessing. Nathan also didn't expect. Being liked by everyone was this easy. And such result also reasonable. Who told his girlfriend? Was most beloved person in class. Come sit here. At this time a voice rang out. Very authoritative. Making everyone immediately silent. Everyone looked toward voice source. One by one sat down. Like deflated balls. Person sitting there was homeroom teacher. At this time he waved at Nathan and Emma. Signaling them to come closer. Two looked at each other. Showed awkward smiles. Though homeroom teacher told them sit beside. But sitting next to teacher. How dare they do anything? But didn't dare disobey. Obediently went over. Then each sat on one side of Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong glanced at both. Puzzled asked. Why not sitting together? Ah, sit, both said in unison. Then Nathan immediately stood up. Sat down beside Emma. Emma also embarrassedly lowered head. Sitting beside Nathan looking extremely shy. After all this was in front of teacher. Really too exciting. Mr. Wong tilted face. Propped hand on cheek looking at them. Smiled. Softly said. Must say. You two really look well matched. Why didn't I notice before? Ah, Nathan and Emma stunned. Glanced at each other. Eyes flashing with surprise. Didn't expect homeroom teacher would say such words. Don't know how to respond. Thank you teacher. Emma softly answered. Heart still secretly laughing. After all recognized by teacher. Also said two matched well. For her, that was nicest compliment. I'm looking for Nathan a bit. Want to ask where he is. At this time a voice rang from behind. Nathan and Emma turned looking back. Found that person was Lucas. Didn't expect he'd come here looking for them. Nathan turned to Emma. Said, I'll go for a bit. Then stood up. Walked toward Lucas. Brother, I came to discuss something. This weekend how should we arrange? Can't talk on phone? You know. I always prefer talking directly. Nathan and Lucas left together. Everyone watching their backs somewhat puzzled. Why Nathan so close with Lucas? Not clear. But that's Lucas. Top student of grade. Really formidable. One top in intelligence. One top in strength. Don't know what those two planning. While Mr. Wong and Emma. Also watching their backs dazed. After a while. Mr. Wong asked Emma. Nathan close friends with Lucas? Are they friends? Lucas's reputation. Must say whole senior grade. Teachers and students all know. Mr. Wong really didn't expect Nathan knew him. Felt those two. Somehow shouldn't be related at all. But thinking again. Nathan even dating Emma. Then nothing impossible. Yes, they're friends. But just recently met. So Nathan also made friends with him. Pretty good, that's good. Knowing someone like that, later also beneficial for Nathan. Mr. Wong nodded. Muttered a sentence. Then looked at Emma. Lowered voice asking softly. Hey. You and Nathan, how far have you progressed? Don't tell me. Reached final step already. Ah, Emma really startled. Then face blushed red to ears. Heart also beating wildly. Emma didn't know whether should answer this question. Not answering teacher seemed impolite. But not answering even easier to cause misunderstanding. But, how dare she answer? Mr. Wong seemed to notice Emma's awkwardness. Then laughed lightly, said fine. Don't need to answer. I just casually asked. But I must remind you too. Absolutely don't let anything happen. If accidentally have baby. Then raise or not. And future also affected. Emma's face even redder. Couldn't control voice. Accidentally said loudly, won't happen. Teacher, don't worry. Result, this voice attracted everyone's attention around. All looked at Emma puzzled. Making her embarrassedly lower head. Just wanting to find hole to crawl in. But after lowering head, she started thinking about earlier words. Baby? Her and Nathan's baby? She'd never thought about before. Because being with Nathan was already too satisfying. Felt like something too luxurious. Even thought about marriage, but never thought about having children. Don't know if Nathan wants children later. Does he like kids? What would her and Nathan's child look like? Child's name also very important. What name would be good? No, Emma shook head, pulling back, thoughts flying far. Didn't expect thinking a bit went so far. But she really looked forward to that scene. Marrying Nathan. Having a child with him. Family of 3. At this time Nathan and Lucas walking while chatting. Still didn't know Emma over there. Already started dreaming about children. What are you planning now? I want to discuss weekend matter. Brother, this weekend very important to me. We must plan carefully. Nathan tilted head slightly frowning said. You know, usually. In movies whenever planning carefully. Then definitely will have incidents. And all big incidents too. If don't believe just try and see. Chapter 129. You mean I should propose? Real or fake? Don't scare me. Lucas's face showed clear worry. He really hadn't thought about that. Because normally he never planned anything. This time because matter too important. Can't let mistakes happen. So first time intending to plan ahead. Then came to discuss with Nathan. Result, Nathan's words made him worried. Nathan patted his shoulder. Said just don't focus too much on planning. Mainly still pay attention to other person's feelings. This you can rest assured. I know. But I just afraid some situation. So want to prepare ahead. So you saying we don't need to plan? Point is you're not proposing either. Also not planning any big surprise. Then what's there to plan? Just normally going out is fine. Lucas frowned deeper. Like thinking about something very confusing. After a while, he raised head. Seriously asked, you mean I should propose? Hey, don't hit me. I'm just joking. Lucas, seeing Nathan's unfriendly look, immediately stepped back 2 steps. Afraid Nathan would do something to him. Nathan just glared at him once. Didn't do anything more. Coldly said fine. Actually don't need to plan anything. As I see, just walking around shopping eating is enough. At most watch movie. You want to go to water park? Nathan looked at Lucas puzzled. Not understanding why he suddenly made this suggestion. Water park? Now it's autumn already. Very cold indoor water park, not cold. Nathan stared, eyebrows slightly frowning. Questioning why you want to go to water park. You planning to see people in swimsuits? Not that. Just because my relative works there. Going there playing no cost. Lucas shook head showing innocence. Spread hands explaining. Really anyway don't know where to go yet. Going there know what to play and also free. Isn't that good? This made Nathan silent. Seemed hesitating. He definitely had to think. Whether Lucas's suggestion trustworthy. Whether should agree or not. Just considering going out playing. Then Lucas's suggestion indeed good idea. If just shopping eating watching movies really bit boring. For Lucas. Felt like wasting precious date opportunity. Progress definitely wouldn't be ideal. But water park different. Definitely will have more opportunities. And also much more fun. Important is also free. Okay, let's go. I'll ask my girlfriend first. You also hurry, ask Cherry. If they agree then we go. Yeah, let's do that. Nathan and Lucas unanimously agreed with this suggestion. But just them agreeing not enough. Mainly still need to ask 2 girls' opinions. Because for them, everything centered on 2 girls. If they don't agree, then this plan considered cancelled. When Nathan returned to class, found Emma chatting enthusiastically with homeroom teacher Wong. So he didn't disturb, but looked around. Then saw in class corner. Ashley lowering head playing phone. Seemed playing game. Mouth also holding lollipop. Focused staring at screen. He walked over. Sat down beside Ashley. Ashley raised head looking once. Seeing Nathan then lowered continuing playing. Asked what's up. Emma not paying attention to you anymore? How could that be? She's talking with teacher. I'm sitting here a while. Saw you sitting alone here lonely so came. You still don't understand me. Loneliness means nothing to me. I don't care. Ashley expressionlessly shrugged. Continued focusing on game. Not caring at all. Nathan sighed helplessly. After all they were relatives. He felt should still care a bit. Otherwise staying like this forever. What if such good person becomes autistic? You like this then later in college. How can make friends? I know you think friends are optional. But sometimes really need friends. This you can't deny, right? Isn't having you and Emma enough? What if later we don't attend same college? Ashley pouted. Said Emma definitely will attend same school as you. That's without question. Then I'll also attend with you too. Me and Emma with grades like this. Want to test into college you choose. Probably no problem, right? Ah wait. My parents. Already chose good school for you, right? You not going to good school. Following me for what? Ashley raised eyebrow. Turned off phone. Bit broken lollipop in mouth then looked at Nathan. Calmly said. True good school can raise development limits. But doesn't mean my limit is there. Besides many excellent students. I have no grand ideals. Don't want to do great work for humanity. I think enough is fine. So which school same to me? Nathan took deep breath. Adjusted mood. Then nodded. You're right. Can't deny. This thinking quite suits living alone. If you date. Boyfriend definitely can't stand it. So I don't date anyone. Not everyone thinks marriage. Having children is happiness. I think being alone like this is good. My parents also agree. Any problem? No problem. You're right. After all people only live once. Of course must live as they want. Good your parents are open-minded. Nathan looked ahead. Saw Emma ahead. Was paying attention to him sitting here. She said something to Mr. Wong. Pointed this way. Then saw Mr. Wong nod. Emma then happily stood up. Walked toward Nathan. Nathan lowered voice. Said last sentence to Ashley. Not that you two must test into my school. But I must test into your school. You two don't need lower scores. Just need me raise my scores. That's enough. Ashley stunned for a while. Then slightly raised eyebrow. Corner of mouth slightly curved. Softly said. Yes. Let's decide that. If you really pass. Then I'll give you. My level 7 max attribute pet. Really? Lying. At most give you level 5 pet. Level 7 giving you then what do I play? Stingy. Chapter 130 because your matters are also my matters. What talking about so happily? I'm not disturbing you two, right? Emma completely didn't mind. That Nathan came back not looking for her. But went talking with Ashley. She then sat down beside Nathan. Smiling looking at them. Ah nothing. I saw you talking with Mr. Wong. I was afraid of disturbing. So just sat here a bit.